What is up, everybody? How you doing? This is Pillow Talk. I am Zay Rex. This is Outcast Records Pillow Talk, and we are here with the normal Merkio. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on,
And
yo?
for the first time on the show, we have his wife and mother to be, Cornine Corn.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. And Merk's cousin, our artistic talent, Mikhela.
Hello.
Thank you guys for joining us.
So, as guest of the
And-
week, we'll start off just by giving a little brief introduction of yourself. Tell the viewers
no.
about who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Michaela's our regular. She has watched every episode.
I had to dismiss my alarm that went off. I'm panicking. So my name, my name's Mikhela. I live in Virginia. I've lived there since I was like 7, so I don't technically count myself as from West Virginia because I've only lived there for like
Same.
a little bit of time, the smallest bit
It's the
of
same
time.
as like I don't really claim it to an extent either. Most of the time when people ask me, I say that I'm from Pennsylvania because
Usually
I grew up in my adolescence in PA.
the whole
Like I went to high school here. I went to middle school here.
I usually
I
start the thing-
graduated in PA.
I've never been anywhere but here.
well,
Same, Corinne.
Oh, local Libra gang. Here we go.
I know. I feel a little ganged up on.
Local Libra gang. It's crazy because your kid's gonna be a Libra too.
Hello.
Because Libras are the best.
Your mom said hello.
Oh yeah.
Michaela's
I
mom
missed
said hello.
it. But so I work at Michael's. I'm a framer.
The craft store.
Shout out
Yeah.
Michaels.
Not shout
That
out
seems
Michael's.
like the perfect.
Not
job
shout out
for you.
Michaels.
I can't say anything disrespectful as it is my place of employment, but Michael's is okay. I like my coworkers a lot. I get to see a lot of cool artwork, which is really fun.
I just bought paint markers, like
That's where I get
fabric
the key,
markers.
That's where I get the keychain rings.
Yeah, I just bought fabric markers.
That's where
from
she gets the
Michaels.
keychain rings too.
Do you use the 20% off regular price item coupon?
No, I don't. I didn't know it existed. So
There's
now
usually always one.
That
she's on
coupon
the
was
receipt.
my worst enemy when I
Hey,
worked there.
my
Because
mama
I
is
was
in
a
the building.
cashier.
Hello, Auntie.
Shout out Merc Mama.
Shout out Mama Merk. How you doing?
No, if you go to michaels.com, there's usually always at least a 20% off regular price item.
No, I know a lot of people around here that do their crafts and their merchandise use
Y'all's
a lot of.
Michaels is significantly nicer than ours.
I really. I'm not gonna lie. I love Michaels.
Oh,
it is
shit.
everyone around here uses it.
But you have them add a wire hanger because it's custom. You get 50% off. But the wire hanger is only like $1.50 or $2 or something. So like I've been getting like expensive frames for like dirt.
It's called Frame Express. Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
yeah, because people will buy a frame off the floor and then we'll put their piece together for them, and it's not considered custom framing because custom framing takes 2 weeks and we have to order the stuff. It's more of we pull the frames off the floor, they find one that they like, and then if they want a mat, we get the measurements and we cut the mat in house, and then we put backing on it, and we can run a wire or use the no wire hanging system. It's just dependent on what the person likes. I prefer the no wire hanging system. I literally say this almost the exact same thing at work every time I'm there. I have like a script that I run
That's-
through.
That's okay
I
though.
was about to say there's something
It's
so
important to be
professional.
prepared.
It's because I say
It
it like
is
a million
important.
times a day.
Yeah, but that shows consistency. You know what you're talking about, at
Consistency
least.
is key.
But
It's
I mean,
key in any
outside of
good
that,
business.
outside of that, where do you go to school at?
I go to Blue Ridge Community College. I'm at my 4th year at Blue Ridge. COVID set me back significantly.
Congratulations.
Field of study.
Round of applause.
Art education, but just general art for right now. I'm actually technically in the I'm in the transfer degree program because the plan is you go to the community college, you get your associate's degree, so you take all your gen eds and any other classes that can transfer to the college because you pay less money at the community college than a 4-year university. So the plan is once I'm done with my associates, I'll transfer to a 4-year school and go from paying like $1,000 a semester to like $20,000 a semester. So I'm looking forward to being in debt because art teachers don't make that much money.
Shout out being in debt. we're all
That's when you have
Americans.
to
We know
make
what we're
art
talking
a
about here.
business and not just an art teacher. Like
I know.
you
but
can't just
I'm-
do your 9 to 5 as an
Get
art teacher and not
attached.
do like your own art on the side. That's when you have to like really push your limits.
You know,
It's,
I graduated high school and then I just did not do
whether
art
you're
for,
selling
like, 2
artwork
years.
online or whether you're selling it in person, you're going to art galleries.
I
and
graduated high
things like
school as a
that.
tattoo artist.
Like
know
I
you
feel
did.
like
And then I
art
got
is definitely
bored.
a field of work you could take so far.
I know.
That's fucked up, bro.
So-
Even as a
Like-
teacher.
Like as my entire music career went so far, it was like I was a tattoo artist, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to fucking do with my life. And I had been that way since I was 12, right? Since I was 12, I was like, I'm absolutely gonna be a tattoo artist. I'm gonna own a shop, this, that, and the other thing. I managed the shop by the time I was almost 19, and I graduated. And then I was like, this is boring. I'm done. I'm gonna be a musician
I'm gonna
now.
be a
I
rapper.
was your early sketchbook.
Yeah, very true.
Okay,
Me too.
but that's
Me
the,
too.
that's the fear. What if I put all this time and money into being an art teacher and then I decidedly hate
You
it?
don't want to be an art teacher?
Your degrees can be used for other things.
That's what I'm saying. Your
Well-
degree,
They are kind of interchangeable.
So
art is a
hopefully-
business
Yeah,
and in
tell 'em.
itself.
Tell them what you were majoring in.
Art education.
Art education.
I want to teach high school.
You could
specifically.
open your own art like classes. You with that. You understand that, like
Yeah.
you could
I
teach
actually used
art. You
to
could buy a
teach-
building and like teach fucking pottery or something. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
I'd have to like pottery to do that.
that's just an example, but that art
You mean-
education degree could go further than
It's
just
the
being
one
a
medium
teacher.
that I just hate, like with everything.
That's
with
the
my
one
person.
that I just can't fuck with.
Yeah, it's dusty.
Hey, Sandy Wexler in the building.
Good, Sandy. We're
Yo.
talking about art education.
Yeah, so the plan is to teach high school and then maybe go back to school and teach college because in my experience, at least art college teachers taught pretty much the same thing that I had already learned in high school. That's why I was able to take all my art classes online because it was more of like, here's your topic and then you just have to do it. Like they try to kind of explain it to you, but it's not the same. Like watching somebody do something on a screen is not the same as being taught how to do it.
Absolutely agree.
110% agree. That's why, like people say,
You can't, learn
especially with
anything
car
like that.
things, just go to YouTube. That works to an extent.
My dad watches YouTube for everything.
No, don't get me wrong.
Nah,
I taught myself how to play guitar when I was like 9 years old on YouTube. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
you
Like,
I
just
can't
watch
learn
YouTube
on. I'm one of
videos.
those people who can't learn by watching. I gotta learn by like you gotta do it in front of me.
And then
Or
you have
but
to help me
another
do
thing
it.
too, if you explain it correctly, I'm a great listener. So like hearing things,
Yeah.
I'm better at learning that. Like audio books and stuff, audio trainers and things like that.
Mhm.
Like I'll listen to those, especially for like inspirational speakers. I listen to those a lot. I catch the message more than even watching an inspirational speaker because I could zone out in that time period with
Yeah.
it in the headphones and listening. Being the great listener I am, I feel like it's easier. That's why I'm
Right.
one of those people who can't learn
Yeah.
by watching.
I'm a really bad listener. Not for a lack of trying.
So I just have a general question.
Okay.
What kind of classes does it take for you? Like, what classes do you take?
Currently I'm in psychology 100, I think.
You have to take
Or-
psychology
You take
for
psych
art.
classes?
Oh no, it's a gen ed. That's the thing. So they don't like to get your degree. You don't get to just take classes that are targeted for your degree. You have to take.
JD says hi.
Hello, Dad.
Hello.
I forgot what I was saying. So you don't have to just take classes that are targeted for your like specific field of study. They make you retake a lot of the basics you learned in high school. Like I had to take 3 English classes. I took 2 history classes. This is my second psychology class. I had to take math. I did like statistics and then I did quantitative reasoning.
What is that?
What's
Can we
that?
get into that for a
I
second?
don't remember.
I need to know what it
That's
is.
one of
It's
those classes
basically-
you just pass and hope you never need any of the
Yeah,
knowledge for it because you did
literally.
not pay attention.
Literally, and I
Yeah.
You paid a guy behind you for the homework.
I
Swear to
did that in
God.
social studies.
I was really
No,
smart though, so
I
it was just
paid
like
for
I just forgot
a
easily
website
back then.
called like Chegg that literally had the answers to like half of this stuff. like because I panicked. I was taking the final. I was taking the
I
final
bet you did
and
that
the
a lot.
motel room that our when we were staying when our grandfather passed away. So that's where I took my final for my quantitative reasoning class. And I asked him if he could postpone it, and he said no. So I sat in a room by myself all day.
Shout out that guy. You're a dickhead.
I don't even remember his name. It was kind of just like statistics. Like it was like what's the probability of things, like stuff like that. Like a lot of words in math. I prefer my math to be algebra. If I'm doing math, I do.
I like algebra.
I was about to say I really like algebra.
I
Yeah.
do so
I'm
much
best at math.
fraction math on like when I'm at work because like we measure everything and the,
I'm insanely good at geometry.
I don't love
I
fractions.
suck at
but-
geometry. I barely skirted by with a B, and I have absolutely no idea how. Algebra, A. I got past advanced on my SOL. Oh, that's you
I
guys
think-
didn't have SOLs, did you?
I was about to say I don't think I had an
The
SO.
standard of learning test.
Is
we
that
had,
high school?
We had keystones.
I was about to say we had
We
Keystone.
took them. We started taking them in elementary school. You take your
Yeah.
first.
Oh no!
Our-
if that's
ours
what
are
she's
the
talking,
keystones,
oh no,
the PSSAs and
the
keystones.
PSSAs is what we took our whole lives. The Keystones is what we took in high school.
Yeah, I blew through those.
No, but there's a
was
there was a
getting, like,
big
advanced
official
and shit.
test since we took elementary school for Pennsylvania. It's called the PSSAs. We all fucking know about it, and I don't understand why we had to take them stupid.
We
ass tests.
started taking
I
them
always
in.
hated
It was
those,
for
but
school
I
It
always
was-
did
funding
really
shit.
well.
Yeah, that literally
It
like the
was-
school got paid as long as we took
Yeah,
those.
no, we
That's
had to
why
take
that
the
one
test
kid
to
who
see
didn't and
funding
like
for every
refused to
school.
take the test always got detention and shit.
No,
so that was
you
one less
couldn't-
person
if
that
you
got
They
didn't
were
paid.
like, "You're
take
fucking
your-
with my paycheck, you little fucking bitch."
If
Another
you
detention.
didn't take your SOL, they wouldn't let you move on.
See, that's how the Keystones were. If you didn't, they changed, but it changed after a while. Like after a certain year, you didn't have to pass the Keystone to pass your grade. And I remember, like, I graduated after they changed that. So like, I looked at all the motherfuckers below me like, haha, no, you gotta
Yeah.
fucking pass that
They
shit.
changed the SOLs the year after I graduated. Well, not even. No, they started, I think, my senior year, but the people that had been taking the original ones just continued taking the old ones, but then all the freshmen and stuff started with the new format.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
But we started taking them in the third grade. It was like a reading one, and they made us like reading and
Third
writing.
grade for PSSAs. That's
And
wild.
then we
Different
we
states do the
took them
same
like
shit.
we
Yeah,
took
because
them
it's all government control.
we took them twice a year because we would
They
take
have to
one
brain
at
feed you the
the
same
end
shit
of the
at the same
first
time.
part and then at the very
Or
end.
the experiment
At
is
least
all
in
whacked
high
up.
school we did. In elementary school we would take them like once a year, I think. I don't know. Third grade is a long time ago.
Yeah,
That was
it does. That hasn't feel
Um,
like a long ass.
I need some of that.
Yeah.
um
You want me to crack it?
um
I'm not doing that on the podcast. I don't know.
I've been doing some wild things with wine.
Damn, I don't
got.
got a corkscrew.
I've took like propane torches to 'em and shit. Keep the top out so it pops out. That shit's scary.
You're best off using a knife and then just twisting it out.
Yes.
Anybody in the comments want to
Pushing
tell us
it.
a way to find a corkscrew?
Either
get a
either
corkscrew,
you
know without a
gotta
corkscrew.
fucking dig
if
that
you
bitch
have
out.
a drill and a nail, you can drill into it that way.
She's absolutely right. And drill it out.
Yeah.
I don't have a drill or a screw, so
I was about to say.
sadly.
Oh,
Ooh, my
there you
fault,
go.
guys.
There you go.
I did
Every
that
goddamn
Griffin shit.
podcast.
I had to share it.
doing that Griffin shit.
I have to
Yep.
share it. I have to share it. I can't support myself.
Goddamn. You're gonna start on me, bro.
If you have a key that you don't
We'll
care
start.
about, you could
I was
try
about to say the
pop it
key
out
is
that
another
way.
thing that you can use.
The only other way I can think of is literally just pushing that bitch down into the bottom.
yeah, and then just drinking all of it.
Yeah, we used to do that a lot.
Go share. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Go share the podcast.
Okay, I've shared it 3 times today, but what's
No.
a fourth?
The live.
Okay, that's fair. That
Gotta
is
get the followers.
that
in.
is fair.
For those of you just tuning in, this is Fellow Talk with Outcast Records. We have Mikhela and Merck's mother to be and wife, Corinne, with us today.
My
And
mom
life.
says to stab it with a fork.
Stab it with a fork.
You gotta be careful
Stab
with
it.
the fork though. I feel like we've
Stab it.
destroyed corks with forks.
No, we definitely have. That's the thing. You don't want to fucking like start breaking it apart and shit, because then that shit's gonna get in your drink. And that
You
shit's
can just
disgusting.
filter it out with your teeth and it'll be fine.
Oh, you're about to hammer a nail into it to pull it out with the other side of the hammer. That's actually pretty smart.
So that bitch don't break. That's all. If you're just tuning in, this is Pillow Talk with Outcast.
This would be great
I
on a
am Mark.
podcast, but there are too many wires up here.
I am
Oh,
Merch.
it's
This is
it's
Zayrax.
an Allen
This is my
wrench?
beautiful wife, Cornine. And we're here with
Is that
our
is
guest
that
and
working?
my personal favorite cousin.
Your
Mikhela.
personal favorite cousin.
That's
Thank you.
working.
Yeah. It really is working.
For those of you who can't see this, because you can't,
We're
thi-
popping bottles in here.
there's a cork, and we can't get it unscrewed. He's hammering an Allen wrench into it. He's gonna twist it out. Oh my god! Yeah, get it in there. Now twist it out. See if it works.
Yeah, this is wild.
Yeah, it's not gonna work that way. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna let the pressure out before you throw the drink through the hole.
Sorry, we were distracted.
We're just all, he just needs a really
I
long
wanna-
straw
Yeah.
and he can just drink it that way.
I want to kick off the podcast
It's
by
just come straight out.
talking about art mediums.
Okay.
Personally, my favorite art medium is just paper and pen, like
That's
blank
fair.
paper and
Yeah.
pen. I like ink.
hmm
I enjoy it.
I am also particularly fond of ink. I really like ink wash. That's one of the things when you guys lived in Virginia. I really wanted to like do ink wash with you because it's kind of like watercolor but in black and white.
Yeah.
You just get to add
Yeah, that
different.
sounds dope.
You have like concentrated ink in a bottle. It's India ink most of the time, and you just mix it with water. And the more water you add, the like lighter it's gonna be. So if you don't add any water, that's gonna be the absolute dark.
Which is exactly like gray
Oh
washing.
my
and tattooing.
God.
Yeah.
Boys out here, I'll get any alky drug.
And because that's what I did we'll look at it later, but that's what Amelia Earhart is.
Just get
The picture I did of Amelia Earhart was an ink wash, and then I used micron pen like in it as well, and then just like a random white pen because I did the little Amelia Earhart on the plane.
I would like to do that sometime.
It's pretty
So,
fun.
I definitely want to.
I like using watercolor and ink together as well. That was a satisfying noise.
That was so satisfying.
Oh,
I really
how do you
hope
do
that everybody heard that on this podcast.
That is wow, cuz.
Said,
Here,
"I'm
here,
drinking
give me
that
that for the
shit."
camera. Give me that for the camera. And give me the Allen wrench.
He's-
I thought he literally said, "I'm not drinking that."
You did.
Bro, this,
He said, "I'm not drinking
this
that
is
shit."
how we got this shit out. Look at this.
Immediately drinks.
Put a fucking hole through that shit. Oh, I'm drinking barefoot. This shit, the pink Moscato, this is the best barefoot too.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
I don't know, yeah,
like
I
the
like-
red sweet.
I
You
just
like-
don't like
yeah.
wine.
Yeah, you do.
I decidedly have just not enjoyed wine in my life. I drank a lot of cupcake Moscato as a youth. I say as a youth. I was like 17.
Fair.
It's not like I can get in trouble. My mom knew.
Yeah, right.
I'm the one that
I
I
don't-
texted her and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna drink wine," and she was like, "Okay, that's fine."
Right now. I'm cool.
Read. Okay. She's about to try this.
That's also how I felt.
Merc's mom said she's gonna have to try this. You went all the way through. That's wow.
You're at least enough pressure that he was able to wiggle it out.
That's what he did, and then he did this, and then push it through here, and just
Mhm.
Yeah,
once
Yeah.
he got it this far out, it was easy to push through.
Mhm. You know,
Fucking wow.
No, I'm a pen fanatic.
And then once he got
I
it at this,
own
he did
a
one of these.
significant amount of
and
Micron
just-
pens. They're expensive. I've
Yeah,
done some
I
really cool stuff with pen.
Your mom bought me some for Christmas.
I remember. Because she got you white paper and black paper because she
Yeah.
got you white pen. as
So
well.
what is an art medium?
Art
It's
medium. Yeah,
oh.
yeah. You're the major, and you're also the guest. So go.
so
Wow.
art, a type of medium, it's kind of and what you do the art in. So like it could be like watercolor, colored pencil, pen, acrylic paint, oil paint, clay, pottery. It's whatever you're doing it in, basically. I would consider myself a mixed media artist simply because I don't use just one medium. Whenever I do anything, most of the time I'm going to use at least 2, if not more. The last piece that I did, one of my coworkers, she got promoted. I say coworker, she was an operation manager, and she got promoted to the store manager. And I was excited, so I drew her a picture of a butterfly, and I did the butterfly in watercolor, and then I did the flowers it was on in colored pencil. And then I cut it out and I glued it onto a piece of like paper that I had watercolor, because I have metallic watercolors, because of course I do. I like things that are shiny. It's my crow brain.
Right.
But I own a lot of glitter stuff.
That's dope.
Mom said, "Give me no math."
All math is
Oh,
bad.
I was confused for a second. I
Because
was
we were
like,
talking about algebra and
I had
geometry.
forgotten that happened already. But yeah, so then I went through and I like went over it with like metallic pins, so like when you shine light on it, it has like glitter and like the wings and in the flowers and stuff.
So what media do you least use?
Oil paint or charcoal.
I actually love oil paint.
I know she does. I used to get in trouble for using oil paint because I would mix it on the top of my hand, and it's toxic. I would get, my art teacher would literally yell at me. But when we did the whole project, she would yell at me the whole time because I would end up, because it worked better when it was warm. So then
And
I
your
would
body's warm.
Yeah, I would use the top of my hand.
As a
and then-
palette.
Yeah, and then I get in trouble. I do it with other things.
I
like
would just
acrylic
mix it
paint.
with turpentine to thin it out. so
We
that
didn't
it was
have
more
turpentine.
malleable.
Our oil paint was water based.
Horrible.
I mean,
How is oil paint?
I was about to
water-based?
say, how is oil paint
It's-
water based?
no, it's not water based, but it could be cleaned with soap and water. It was like a specific, because it's an actual brand. It's like Westcott or something like that.
Well, yeah.
This is what
The
we
only
used.
thing
It
that
was
can clean
just a
oil is
kind-
water. So
It's normally you use like paint remover, turpentine, mineral spirit, grapeseed oil, I think sometimes. But we didn't have that. It was just a high school art room, so we just used the kind that could be washed with soap and water. But in my experience, if I want my paint to be a little bit thicker, they have like a model. They have like a, oh my gosh, it's a medium that you can mix into your paint. It's like a model medium or something. It just like it makes your paint thick. So then you can have like 3D bits, because that's the thing. I really like how 3D and how much texture you can get with oil paint. I like the way it looks, and I think it's beautiful. It's just not something that I'm good at. So therefore my brain's like, I'm not good
Yeah.
at it, so I hate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm going to paint, I'm going to use watercolor or acrylic. I really like acrylic paint. I have so much acrylic paint. I have enough acrylic paint that I could have my own craft store. I have overstock. Like, I literally have a behind the door shoe storage rack that I have extra paint in.
have you tried selling your art online?
No, I get attached.
Why do you do Fiverr?
That's true.
Because you have to have motivation to do that. That's the real reason. It's just,
I mean, money's pretty motivating.
I know it is, but
Yeah, I was about to say Fiverr is actually a pretty
Also-
popular app for selling artwork.
just be depression, really. That's the last thing I did artistically was months ago, and before that I literally did not like. I graduated high school, I took an art class, and then I did not do art for literally 2 years. And then I was getting scared that I wasn't going to remember how to do it.
Yeah.
So then I didn't want to do it, because then I was scared, because if I didn't know how to do it, I was going to be devastated. Decidedly, I still remembered how to do it. But I just never did it again. I printed out a picture that I was going to draw my mom, because she wanted me to draw the moth and the colors that she wants to do the kitchen. It's like green, yellow, the like light versions of them. And I never did it. I literally have a light table because my mom got really into diamond dots, like doing the diamond painting. So she bought a light table, and then she's not doing it anymore. So she was like, "You can just use it." And I was like, "Okay, that's great."
Nice.
I'll probably get back into it just when I have to.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have a fear if I break my hand, like actually like mess it up, there's a chance that the thing that I want to do with the rest of my life is over.
Have you ever tried like selling your artwork on Instagram?
No, I had it. So I don't want to sell the original. That's the thing. I need to make copies of them. I get emotionally attached to them, and also
So why not like advertise it on Instagram and get requests? Because that's another thing too.
I know, but my issue is that I can't do everything. As much as I want to be able to draw everything, there are things that I can't
So you don't
do.
want to let somebody down.
Yeah, well, my thing is I am a very visual person. At some point in my life, I went from being able to imagine things and draw what I imagine to having to have pictures to be able to draw things. It sucks. I hate it. I no longer have that part. Like, I no longer am that creative. Like, I can't just draw things from my head. It's not something that I can do. And if I try, it literally is going to look horrific. The only thing that I can draw from my head are noses, mouths, and eyes, and that's it. And eyebrows, like faces. But I can't, even still, it's not going to look as realistic as if I'm given like an actual person to look at or a picture. It's better to work in person because when you take a photograph, it flattens it. So it actually makes it like, and then when you draw it, it flattens it again. So your pictures they're going to look more realistic. Not always, because it's all going to be about like talent, time, not even talent. Anybody can be talented artist.
Skill
You just
level.
have to put effort into
Yeah.
it. That's the thing. People are like, I'm not good. Just like, you don't, good is such a lucrative term because
It's such a dull way to describe your talent.
yeah, well, no, because it's not about good. Like you can show me a piece of art, and by traditional standards, it might not be good. But if you have shown me that you have put time and effort and you actually cared about it, it's a good piece of art. Like, you did a good job. Like, you didn't just like you actually cared about it, and that's what matters to me. Like, that's the thing. People are like, I'm not a good artist. It's like, all I care is that you try. That's literally all I'm asking, is just try. That's all. And the thing is,
Art definitely isn't for everybody because it does require effort.
oh, I guess
Yeah.
I can draw snails too, just like random things, just like nothing great.
I know
But
exactly what you mean. I used to draw a lot. It was something that I really wanted to do. I used to buy manga books to learn to draw and shit. And
I went through that brief thing because I had friends that were really into it. I only ever read like one, but I drew a lot of
No,
the
it
eyes.
was like it wasn't the manga like actual like I did buy manga like comics and shit, but it was just like the manga how to draw books.
Yeah, no, Michael sells so many. Actually, we don't actually sell them. We just offer them for people to buy, and they just don't buy them.
I might come buy some.
Well, y'all's Michael's is significantly nicer than ours is. Like, all your pins.
I
and
still
stuff
find
are
that
so-
hard to believe because
No,
we're in Uniontown.
I'm in Waynesboro, Virginia.
not
Waynesboro,
wrong.
Virginia is a very small
I mean, I've been
city.
in both stores.
I
There's
briefly
nothing
worked
happened.
there with her.
There's no case.
It is completely different than our Michaels.
We get
I
stolen
went into
from
our Michaels and it was
all the
peace
time.
and silence.
Oh my
You
god,
go into
our
their
Michaels is
Michaels-
very peaceful. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we get stolen from. We have reoccurring thieves that we know and recognize, but we can't do anything about it unless we see them do it.
Oh my god.
So, no,
that's
you-
like Dollar General shit.
You can know for a fact that they're stealing, and they're just we just customer service them a lot. Like, literally, almost every single person in the store will ask them
Is there
if they need-
something I can help you with?
Yeah, no, literally. Or if they're walking and they just have like a bag, you can tell because they'll have like their purses, but they'll leave one strap just open. So then their purse is just open.
I got a lot of people that came in with like
Nobody
you know,
walks
like
with their
all
purse
of these
open.
bags pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and the bag would be like completely flat whenever they walked
Come
in,
and
and then they would walk up to the cashier. Well, me. They would walk up to me, and the bag would be like this big. It's like
Oh, there's
your
a-
bag didn't grow.
there's a leather jacket lady who has like a red leather jacket that she lays it in the bench all the time, and she hides stuff under it. And like sometimes people be like, "Is that everything?" And like you'll be like, "I see a corner or something like there," and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then she'll pull out the one thing and pay for it, but then you know for a fact there's like 4 or 5 of them underneath her jacket still. There was one lady. She came in. She had Michael's bags, and she filled them. It was just like driving around, and then she was like, "I need to go outside." Like, she told someone, she's like, "I'll be right back," and she left her cart. She never came back. Literally, we just pushed the cart in the classroom and like put a note on it, and then in like a couple days, we just put everything back. But she left her bags there, like, and those bags were old, like they had been through some stuff. No, our Michaels get
Said they
stolen.
seen some shit.
Our Michaels get stolen from constantly. Like our pens are constantly stolen from. Everything has to be like in a lock case. Like most of our pens are in lock cases
He
because
said they locked it up like it's the perfume at Walmart.
no, okay, but no,
Wow, Waynesboro's different.
no, we have alpha locks on everything, but people will figure out they'll tear open the boxes and take the stuff out. We have spider wraps, and people collapse the boxes around the spider wraps and pull them out. People just take stuff out of the packaging. We find like packaging in the trash all the time in the bathroom specifically. The other day, like we do our daily
Sounds
shrink,
like Dollar General all over again.
we're losing at least $200 a day in just things that are getting stolen.
Wow.
Yeah, and also there's this really fun rule at work. If I don't have to get any tools to help people frame things, I don't have to charge them. So I just be leaving tools on the counter.
Makes
They
sense.
don't pay me enough to care.
Yeah.
This lady, she was real nice. She was trying to find frames for her like 14-year-old daughter to be in like the little Shenandoah art thing in Waynesboro. And she was like, I've never done this before. And she goes, and they want us to do this every week. And it was gonna be like $100 for her to be able to like properly frame these things like they wanted her to. And I walked around until we found a mat that would work enough, and then I put them together on the counter.
That's fair.
No, Michael's being a framer is really hard on my hands. Like I literally bleed at least once a week at work. I break this same thumbnail at least once a week. And the other day,
For a second, I thought she was gonna say I break the same thumb, and I was like, God damn.
no, literally,
She's gonna have
That-
arthritis in
that-
2 years.
That's aggressive.
I'm already getting there. But no, literally last week, I stabbed a piece of glass into my finger like a splinter, and I had to dig it out. And then I shot myself in the hand with one of the like framer points thing. It didn't bleed, it just bruised a little. And then I accidentally cut my arm on a corner of glass because I had to cut glass.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? This day sucks. It was like one of those things. I think I was there like 12 to 9:30 or something.
Yeah,
And I was like, I've already bled twice today. I was like, I want to go home. And it was like,
shit.
it's like, you still have 7 hours left. I'm
I don't want to
sorry.
do this anymore, Grandpa.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
y'all know that meme, right?
What is the hardest project you've ever had to work on?
To be completely honest, the one that comes to mind, so the hardest project and the one that took the longest aren't the same. Because there's the memory project, which I would say that was probably the hardest project that I've ever done because I put so much time and effort into it. So basically, I was in this club in high school called National Arts Honor Society. You can join like in 10th grade. You get invited, then you're inducted. It's a whole thing. But my senior year of high school, was it my senior? Yes, my senior year of high school. We did this thing in our club, which they did it every year, but I didn't do it until my senior year. Where they work with like refugees and stuff. So you get sent you pay $25 to be enrolled because it pays for shipping and stuff. They send you a picture of a little kid, which is my girl. I don't remember her name, which makes me feel really bad about myself. But she was Myanmaran, and she was an orphan, and she was a refugee orphan.
Were these real people?
Yes.
That's actually a little scary. Then.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's a program. Like it was like a program. They worked with like schools and like they sent it out. So what the thing is,
So they did it with their consent then.
Yes, no.
Okay.
So they
That was just
No.
It just threw me off.
He's like,
No.
holy
no,
shit.
no, it gets so they like.
I was
the
like, how'd you get a
program goes
picture of a
through-
little girl? Hold on a
No,
minute.
they take the pictures, they send them to us, and
Okay.
then we draw them
It's
and
making
we
more
send them
sense now.
back,
Okay.
and then they get to keep that picture.
Okay.
So it was something like that. Like our art teacher drew one of the teachers. Like it was like through a school or something. Like they did something like that. I don't remember all of the details. I just remember that I spent a long time working on it. But it's probably one of the most realistic things I have ever drawn in my life. Her neck is stripy. I tried real hard, but it's still not great. But even the paper, the way I did the background, is like it's like a mosaic in the background, but the paper I used was paper that I had made in my crafts class. So like we tore up the paper, we made paper pulp, and we made paper, let it dry. Oh my goodness gracious!
It's
I'm
alright.
so
It happens all the
talented.
time.
I've done that before in school. Made
I'm-
paper in
It's
art
so
class.
fun.
It is fun.
And then when
It's
you're
messy.
done, yeah, no, for sure. But when you're done, you can squish all the paper pulp into like a ball, and when
Uh-huh.
it dries, you can put it back in water and make more paper out of it.
Hmm.
I had just like a
That's how we
dried ball.
stored the shit we didn't use. Is just put it in balls,
Mhm.
and then she said like when we make paper again,
Just put them in the water, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it had to be like the correct consistency, and the consistency was always disgusting because it was just like slimy.
Oh yeah, that's what I
paper
mean
goo.
by it's messy.
Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff in crafts. I learned that I was allergic to like the flux you use when you do like a soldering iron. It made my skin turn red, and then the smell made me dizzy.
I love the soldering iron. I loved like when it was time to use it. We made circuit boards in
I made a
the
picture frame.
fabrication lab. And we made these circuit boards for our speakers. We built speakers from scratch. We built the circuit boards from scratch, applied all the fucking prongs and shit, and fucking programmed them, and for sound and shit for audio. And then we connected the audio with the soldering iron to the wires to the back of the speakers. We built the speakers out of the vinyl box and fucking cut them, and we put our own like designs on it. Like I did like a Pringles can. I did the Avengers logo. It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
year the first Avengers movie came out in 2012.
I
I did the Justice League logo
11.
because they just announced Justice League and it didn't even come out until 2017. And then
Wait.
I just did a bunch of shit, random shit. I think I did fucking the Reese's logo. Yeah, because I was obsessed with Reese's like throughout my whole childhood. I can't even eat them no more. It's like disgusting to me now. Like I stopped for about 2 years, so like now I can eat a Reese's. Like
She
every
just
now
told
and
me
then.
last night that she was the same way with mushrooms.
I have never liked mushrooms.
I
I've taken shrooms, but it's like I've never liked mushrooms.
I used to eat mushrooms as a little girl, like out of the pack, dip it in ranch, and then one day I just woke up and didn't like it anymore. I thought the texture was disgusting.
Oh,
Ever since then, I can't eat a mushroom.
that's it's the texture for me. That's why I don't like mushrooms. I
Mhm.
can't. And they have no
I'll
flavor.
fuck
Mushroom
with it.
take hold of the flavor, whatever you're cooking them with. That's really all they do. You know what I'm saying? Then they have their own little flavor, and it's like bland. Like that's why you always have to salt and pepper your mushroom.
I don't know. I'd be eating them out of the can.
Oh,
sometimes.
why do people do that?
I don't know. It's just a thing that I'd be doing, I guess.
My chef said he could do that too. He loves mushroom. I'm like, he's like, I was like, cause I made a pizza the other day, at work, and I was it was a pepperoni banana pepper was the order, and I was like, this is my favorite pizza combination. So like, I made it all pretty and shit, you know. And I fucking I pulled it out the oven. He's like, damn, that one looks good. He's like, if only I have mushrooms instead of banana pepper. I was like, what? This is my perfect pizza combination. My favorite one, pepperoni banana pepper. And he's like, nah, pepperoni and mushroom. I'm like, like no, like how? I can't. Like
I fucks with it.
For being
what pepperoni and mushroom?
Yeah.
You like pepperoni and
Oh, yeah.
mushroom? You're
Horrible.
wild.
No, for sure.
Do you know my
I'm
favorite?
also the type of person that would eat like anything. I don't give a fuck. Put it on.
Do you like olives?
Disgusting.
I like spinach on pizza.
I
Yeah.
love spinach pizza.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god, I love
Pizza
spinach
usually
pizza.
makes my stomach hurt.
Same.
But it's because of the red sauce. But I tend to eat a chicken barbecue pizza. That's the kind of pizza that I get.
Barbecue chicken pizza is amazing.
Or I'll get like like Alfredo spinach pizza.
I like white pizza too.
Yeah,
White pizza is amazing.
my dad puts so many.
And
jalapenos
margarita
on his
pizza because it only has like little sauce. Margarita pizza is my favorite.
He's
You
like,
know-
shit, now I gotta eat pizza.
I
I
ate.
swear, no, my
So
pizza.
we went to New York my senior year.
It's room temperature now.
with- I'm good, but thank you. We went to New York my senior year of high school with National Honor Society, I think drama and band. And we ate New York pizza, and the restaurant we went to, it was literally the worst pizza I'd ever had in my life. And I was so disappointed because like
You
everyone's
gotta
like,
go to the right place.
yeah, everybody's like, get pizza in New York, it's great. And then the place they took us is literally nasty. Like I did not eat it. It was dry, like no sauce, no flavor, and like brittle. And I was like, why are we here?
What the fuck?
and like the salad was also bad. It was like all that was the first night we were there, so that was my first introduction to New York. Was just crusty
Bad pizza.
pizza and like a very
The
fancy
pizza we got in
restaurant.
New York was bussin'.
Yeah, I was about to say the pizza
The
we
shit
got
was
was pretty
good.
fucking bussin'.
Shit
I'm
was
not
nice.
gonna lie. We ordered at the hotel.
Was it not?
Yeah, I don't even remember where we got pizza from though.
I don't remember
I
either,
think
but
the
it was
first night
bussin'.
we got pizza from like Papa John's or something. But the night after that, our last night there, we got from like
promised
an
to get
actual
New
New
York
York
pizza.
place. We need to get grilled.
And those gyros were fucking good too.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
street
god,
gyros.
the
Those were-
street gyros.
Okay, my band teacher. So we got food from food trucks, and his name was Mr. Fauber, and
Oh, shit.
we got food from the vendors, and he went, now that our bellies are full of street meat, let's continue on. And I was like, Mr. Fauber, no. He's only like 10 years older than the rest of us. Like my uncle went to like high school at the same time as he
That's
did.
weird.
Yeah, I love telling
These
like,
college teachers are young as fuck
Yeah.
nowadays. You don't understand.
Dead ass.
No, okay, that's the thing. So, and that's why I want to teach college, because they taught the same thing in high school that I learned in college. It's just more school, which is rude. I'm already gonna be going to school for like so long. It's
You're
already
gonna
been
go to
4
school forever just to go back to school.
Literally, and I have the weakest immune system. I'm gonna be sick all the time. The stomach flu will be going around at the school, and I'll get it. I'm not even in school anymore, like high school. Like it'll be going around high school, and I get it.
I get sick maybe twice a year.
I am ill all of the time.
Yeah, I don't get sick a lot, but when I get sick, it's bad as fuck.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I'm just like,
Like I feel like I'm dying every time I sick. So that's why when the time comes around, that I was like, I'll go all year without getting sick, and I know it's coming. I know it's coming. This was me like back like maybe like last month I think it came, and it turned out to be fucking COVID. But like I was sick before
bad.
that too, before I actually tested positive for COVID, and it was just like, bro, I can't do this. I feel like I'm dying. I couldn't do it.
when I had COVID, I had to sleep sitting up because I kept trying to drown.
I felt that though.
And then
Oh my
I
God.
still have long-term
COVID.
congestion.
Everybody I knew had COVID around the time we had COVID.
Yeah.
I've
That
had
was wild. It was
COVID.
just going around there for a
Yes.
minute.
I've had COVID twice this year, so that was fun.
Fuck no.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't want to ever go through that shit again.
So we got some a little clippets of some artwork she's done. You want to play those now? You guys ready for those?
We can,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. Go ahead and play the clippings, please.
So yeah, give us the gist of. Gotcha. All right, so you let him know whenever you want to pause these. They're about 4 seconds long.
Okay.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, sorry. So that one is the most recent one I did. That's the one I did for Martha. Those are gnomes that I did in my class. I don't know where they are. That I did right after my cat died. I broke an old pair of glasses with a hammer. And then that's colored pencil and then turpenoid. Alrighty. So the gnomes. So that one's stippling, and then that one is like hatching, like in contour lines.
Okay.
That one I did in like 4 hours.
What about this one?
That one took me 2 weeks. That's Amelia Earhart. That one owns.
I
my
like that.
whole
You want
heart.
to pause it
That's
on that one?
amazing. And then like the little figure down at
That's
the
also
airplane.
Amelia Earhart. That's her on her plane.
Yeah. that's really
I
cool.
wrote like a whole like little paper about it because it was like Women's History Month.
Right.
That one's Bo Burnham.
Oh, yeah.
It's an egg tempura painting, or tempera painting. I said it wrong. And basically, what we did is we used egg yolk, and then like concentrated watercolor, and then you mix them together and you paint with them. And it
That's
takes
dope.
it smelled absolutely horrible. It was literally like, and you had to be careful because you didn't want to bust. So you had the egg whites and the egg yolks.
You have to separate them first.
Yeah, you didn't want to bust them. No, we used the yolks. Sorry, it's been a long time. It was the yolks, and we used the whites to like it made like a harder like lacquer. That's what like the background is. I used egg whites for that one. But you mix the color with the yolk, and then you just
Does this one still exist?
maybe it might have gotten consumed by some creatures. but it might also be in the RV still. But also, my dog could have eaten it.
That's
I
a
don't
great
really
painting.
know. But yeah, everybody made me mix their skin colors for them because I was really good at mixing color. Like,
Wow.
that was the one that I was talking about. Her stripy neck.
Oh, that's her. That's
Yeah,
the
that's-
girl you had to paint
yeah.
for. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
very
I made the
amazing.
paper and I put it together in mosaic because if I remember correctly, her favorite color was purple. And I did her shirt green because I like purple and green together.
Purple and green are my two favorite colors.
And or her favorite color might have been green. Once again, it's been a long time.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
No, so
That
that's
is really good.
it's Prismacolor pencil.
How old were you when you did that?
17.
Uh,
That one was my
that
final.
looks like my friend Bobby.
That's my dad. That's my dad and my grandparents' cat who passed away like 2 years ago, Budokai. I made a little felt figure of him when he passed away.
Mhm.
They popped up in my memory the other day. But that one was my like senior project. That's the last thing I did, which I got it framed and it's at my grandma's house, which is my dad's mom. I particularly am proud of the cat
I like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
and like the one like aggressive piece of grass. So that's colored pencil. I think I used colored pencil and marker, I think.
Nice.
That's the Lateralis eye from Tool. I did that for my dad
Oh, yeah.
for Christmas my freshman year of college.
What is it?
It's an eyeball.
Yeah,
what
it's a
did you
eye.
make it?
It's-
What's the medium?
Embroidery thread.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I drew it out on the fabric and then I
Oh.
I got really into embroidery briefly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Everybody got them for Christmas that year, and then I also painted ceramic figures of dogs. That's when your mom got
yeah,
Yoda.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's actually framed and it's in our living room. I framed it.
Nice.
I bought a picture frame. I took the glass out of it and I shoved it in there.
Nice.
So as fuck.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the one I did for Martha. So the butterfly itself is watercolor, and then the flowers are colored pencil. And I cut the whole thing out with an X-Acto knife, and I glued it to like another piece of paper because I wanted the background to be like smooth. Because I tried to blot it, and also I ripped the paper because I got the paper too wet, and then it ripped a hole in it because I'm impatient. So what I ended up doing is just cutting it out, which I was really known for in school. Anytime I would do anything, I would never know what to do with the background, so then I would just cut it out and figure it out later. But that's what I did with that. So I cut out all the little squigglies for the flowers, and then I glued it on to the paper, which I used like a metallic, which I have a picture of it with the flash because I also use like the metallic pin in like the wings and on the like actual branches. And this is a picture before I signed it. But the signature was just like my initials with in like an orange glitter pen. No, I did purple and I did it right next to the flower because I like to try to make it blend in.
Is that it down there?
No, I for this it just doesn't have the signature because it's like it ended up being by that like stem over there, like on the
okay.
far corner. Yeah, Martha got that framed. Like she paid $180 and got it framed, which I've never. Like my mom had got a picture I did like my freshman year of high school. It's in the living room. It's in like a teal frame. I'm purple. It's a picture of me, but I did it in like not monochromatic. It was like cool. I did like cool tones.
Okay.
I can't think of what it has like an actual name, but like purples, all like cool colors. So I was purple, but she got that one framed. But like just like someone that's not my mom getting something that I
Right,
did
yeah.
framed. And those gnomes, they were like a project. We had to do a bunch of different things for the class. So it's like cross contour, I think, and then stippling. It's the same gnome. I don't know where they are because they weren't actually very big. I think the one was like this. They were like, I don't know, small because I drew like 2 squares in like a 9x12 sketchbook.
Nice.
And I did it like that. Where the one I did for Martha was a 9x12, The one I did for my dad, I think, was a 16 by 20, something like that. Like it was like an odd. It was a little bit of an odd size because most paper standard is odd because they want you to get it custom framed. It's a whole conspiracy. They want you to spend as much money as they physically can to make your artwork like nice.
Unbelievable.
But
I believe it.
yeah, that one is the one that I did when my cat died. I broke.
This one is probably one of my favorites, to be honest.
It took
just
me
because
4
it's
hours to
very-
do.
I
Yeah.
like that.
There's a lot of detail in that.
Yeah, I have other pictures that I didn't send that are like up close details on my Instagram.
What is the red?
So I bought my dad a paint because we got really into D&D miniature painting, and I bought him a blood paint. I don't quite remember what it was, but it was like blood of the blood god or something like that. And when I broke the glasses, I went through and I painted the edges of it with the blood so that it would look dramatic because I was being dramatic because
So those are cracks in the glasses.
yeah, no,
Okay.
I literally broke out chunks of the lens.
Oh.
Need to
So
use that
some
as
of
a
the lens were
reference.
still intact.
Yeah.
So then you use that as a reference to draw it.
Yeah, that one was
Okay.
it sat in front of me, but I had taken a picture at the same angle so that if I had to move it, I would know what it needed to look like. And that one
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a great album cover.
that one was a
Yes.
grid transfer or like a photo transfer. So what I use is we made
Yeah.
it's like a piece of acrylic, and then you draw like inch squares on them, and then you can use that and hold it in front of something. And if you scale up your square, so if I have 1 by 1 squares on this clear piece of thing, and I put my paper and I make them 3 by 3 squares, so now they're 3 inches instead of 1. I've increased the scale by 3, but I can look in those squares and match them up for the paper. So then that way, like I could draw like this setting. If I had the thing, I could draw it poorly without it. I just can't promise
Fair.
that it would go well. But that's what that one was. It was a grid transfer. This one was just a self-portrait. Like I had a camera, I set it on top of my cat stairs because my cat was still alive when I did this one. I actually finished this one on my birthday, my 20th birthday. Yeah, I think it was my second year of college. Time's an illusion.
Yeah. Time is an illusion.
But this one was just a self-portrait because I had cat stairs because my cat was 17. She's the one that passed away, and I made the dramatic broken glasses about.
What's the medium here?
This one is cut paper. The background is watercolor. But basically what I did is I took magazines and I found all like the skin colored parts in the magazine pages and I cut them out and then I cut them into little bits until I had a face.
So you didn't color that? That's magazine paper?
No,
That's amazing.
It sucked a lot. The shirt, there's some lines on it in like the folds of the fabric or whatever, but the rest of it is cut paper. I spent like $20 in magazines because I didn't realize that I didn't get my employee discount on magazines, and I found some that had like some nice skin tones in it, and then I was like, this sucks because I'd already bought them and you can't return them, and I needed them for school, and I didn't have any magazines.
Damn.
Because I don't collect magazines. I collect enough things in my life to be collecting trash. But yeah, and you can tell it's all goopy because I had to use I keep trying to find words. Rubber cement, that's what it's called. Which smells terrible and you're actually supposed to use in a ventilated room, but it was just me for 2 weeks in my bedroom.
Highest fuck
Windows
off of rubber
closed,
cement.
and it's winter, so I'm just like with this jar of like toxic, like smelly glue, just like
I remember using rubber cement in school to like stick things together.
yeah. It's nice because you can rub the excess off when it dries.
But the smell.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
In school it used to satisfy me, but like if
Those-
I smelled it now, it'd probably make me sick.
Those 2 weeks feel like a fever dream. I literally worked on it for almost 14 hours for 2 weeks.
You'd open up the lid and there'd be the little thingy on the bottom of it to get it out.
Mhm.
And
I ended up using a smaller brush. I ruined so many paintbrushes. I buy cheap paintbrushes because I'm not nice to my brushes. I'm sure expensive brushes you could tell or whatever, but I can't. I buy it's like a 50 pack for like $11 at Michael's, and that's what I use. But so this one, this one was for Women's History Month. I decided I wanted to do Amelia Earhart, and I found this picture, and I was like, sure. And I drew it, and I thought that the sizing looked weird, like I messed it up a little bit. So what I ended up doing is I put the plane in the corner because I was trying to compensate for my mistakes. But then I ended up loving the little Lady Lindy. This one I actually named Lady Lindy because that was her nickname. Amelia Earhart went by Lady Lindy. But so that's her, and then that's her on her plane as well. So the plane is mostly like I drew it in micron pen, and then I used ink wash for like the shading. Lady Lindy is mostly in micron pen, and then I outlined it in white pen. I love white pen. I basically will use white pen in anything that I can. A watercolor painting, okay. An acrylic painting, okay.
Fair.
Pretty much anything that I can get away with, I'm gonna try. Just because I like the more consistent, like controlled lines you can get versus trying to paint those white highlights. Because even like
I like the way it is too on there too.
striping
Yeah.
brushes, like the really, really thin, skinny ones, I don't like. They're hard to control for me.
The bottom portion of this gives me a super like Winona Don't Starve vibe.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
It's like a movie cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had a girl offer, she wanted to buy one of these. And that was like 2 years ago. And I told her that I'd let her know. I still haven't made copies of it yet.
Yeah,
'Cause
I would
I'm-
definitely do that.
I know I'm a piece of garbage. I need to
Really?
have motivation. I'm gonna keep taking my medicine, I guess. It's the
Yeah.
best.
For those of you tuning in, this
You
is
can.
Pillow Talk. We're talking about art, art history, art mediums, and here with our art expert, Mikhela.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about art history. My favorite impressionist artist is Claude Monet.
What is the hardest project you have ever had to work on, Corinne? Art or not?
this?
We're gonna go around the room.
This motherfucking
If I'm
baby.
being honest, the hardest thing I've ever done in my life is play Skyrim as much as I have and complete as much as I have.
It's fair. I've never
That's
played.
fair.
I guess that's fair. Skyrim is definitely a game that you can only get further in, and I know a lot of people put their life into Skyrim.
I played Skyrim from the moment it
I don't
came
play
out
Skyrim.
up till I'll still play like really long hours now.
That's wild.
Merc, the hardest project you've ever had to work on.
Shit, man. I don't know. And what aspect, I guess? What would
Art,
this be?
music, anything. It was hard. The
I
hardest
guess
thing.
I guess technically I'm still working on it, and that so it would have to be Dead Planets.
Okay.
Because first of all, I've been working on it for like a year now.
It's my favorite thing.
I really like it.
I've
I'm
put a
very
lot.
excited.
I mean, I've it's like I think it's so hard for me because I have to do so many takes with it. I got to record the entire song and I got to edit it, and then I got to see how it sounds, and then I got to go back through and record parts and fix it, and then remaster it, and then have to go back. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a lot of control, delete, like go back, do it again, go back, do it again. That's honestly, I mean, that's why it's taken so long for me to even, get to this point. Luckily, I'm close with it now. So, but that would definitely be this is definitely one of the hardest albums I've ever made because the other two was pretty quick.
That's I think the hardest project I've ever had to work on. I think it was I consider it a project, was putting together the first show.
That's a project. Yeah.
That was March Madness. I feel like from the start of the idea,
I drove all night to see. My mom drove.
it was like the idea, it was just an idea. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
something that I just, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do how, and it worked. Like every step I planned worked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was the night of March Madness is what made it hard. Was living up to the expectation I wanted.
I
it
think
to
we
be.
did good.
But I think we did good. Yes.
It was warm there when we got there, I went in without a hoodie on, and then when we left, it was snowing.
That's what I'm saying. When we
Yeah.
left March Madness, it was fucking
Like
snowing.
it was blizzard. Like there was plenty of snow. on the
That
ground.
threw me the fuck off.
Yeah, it actually started snowing when we left.
Mm.
Which is part of the reason why we had to leave.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Because I didn't get to see Zay perform because I had to work the next day at 9.
Where did you guys hold March Madness at again?
Revolutions.
Revolutions.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that was.
Revolutions Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
It still pops up
It's
in my
not-
maps.
it's not
all
there
the time.
anymore.
It's not there anymore though.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, they had to shut it down.
Yeah, he shut it down.
That's
I
why we
tried to
haven't
book a
had any
show.
shows out there.
I've been wondering.
'Cause that was a pretty solid. That was a consistent location for us.
I know. I tried to.
I may not recognize a lot in like
We still have
this area,
19th
but I
although.
recognize
Yeah,
that
we got
shit.
some shows coming
I
up
went to
later.
Revolution to try to cash my fucking slot machine ticket in. They couldn't do it. I was
Yeah.
mad. I was like, you still owe me $70.
Give me my money, bitch.
Write him a strongly worded email.
Yeah.
Respectfully, give me my money, bitch.
Want to get into our song of the week for
Yeah, we
Pillow
can do our
Talk?
song of the week. Song of the week this week is we haven't been very stingy on song of the weeks, We've been really putting people out there. So for this week, we're gonna go with myself and Zayrax for Reminiscing by Outcast.
This is one of our.
It's one of my favorite.
It's one of our
I really
first
like
link
this
ups. Me and Mark's first link. It was actually the second song. No, third, because we did Broken,
Suicide Complex.
and then Suicide Complex was our first
Yeah.
duo song together.
Yeah.
And then Reminiscent was the second one.
It's almost time to start repping Suicide Complex again. It's almost Suicide Awareness Month.
It is.
As soon as
almost-
October hits, y'all
One
y'all
time I
gonna have
did
to
an-
start streaming Suicide Complex.
Oh,
Again.
suicide awareness walk when I was in high school, and the first thing I did when I got there was slip and fall in a mud puddle, and I was literally soaked head to
God
toe,
damn.
and I was like, I'm wet, and I need to pee,
Man, I
and
don't
I'm
want to
mad.
do this. I want to die now.
Yeah, it's literally, it's like, now I'm
Doug Mastriano scares me.
Mastriano would make all abortion illegal.
We do
Even
not
in cases
support
of rape or
politics.
incest.
Even to protect the life of a mother.
I don't give way for exceptions either.
Doug Mastriano is too extreme on abortion.
No comment.
No comments. Back to the song.
It's one of my favorite
Reminiscing
songs.
Yeah, I
by
love
Merc
this song.
and Zayrax.
You released this one in Virginia, didn't you?
I did write this in Virginia, yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think I wrote. I'm not sure if I wrote to this one.
I've been praying won't start to fade. See how my heart's full of hatred. Then gave my whole heart away. Reminiscing back on them days. Mama didn't worry when I was away. So drunk the past start to fade. Double cup, fill it up, wash it away. I've been looking back on them days. I've been praying we'll start to fade. Crazy how my heart's full of hatred. I done gave my whole heart away. I done gave my whole heart away. I done loved and I took the blame. Call my mama, make sure she's okay. I've been looking back on them days. Back on them days. Back on them days. Back on them days. Back on them days.
I remember times was always tough and they were never letting up. I seen the Sprite and Robitussin, so I went and made a cup. I let my feelings get to me and washed them all away with drugs. I can't do love ties, baby girl, you know my life is too fucked up, yeah. You know my life is too fucked up, yeah. If I can't love myself, what makes you think that I could love ya? Can't be sober speaking to this mic, so I get drugged up. Can't tell them how I feel, cause to be honest, I don't trust ya. I can't put my trust in niggas. I so reminisce when we was cool and showing love to niggas. Started acting funny and was hanging with them other niggas. Never been a groupie on my dolo, so it's fucking nigga. And yeah, I'm on my dolo, so it's fucking nigga. Fuck that reminiscing bullshit. Everybody pulling triggers. I ain't going out like half these niggas that just got it coming. I know I'm gonna blow for real. You niggas gotta show me something.
Reminiscing back on them days. Mama didn't worry when I was away. So drunk the past start to fade. Double cup, fill it up, wash it away. I've been looking back on them days. I've been praying we'll start to fade. Crazy how my heart's full of hatred. I done gave my whole heart away. I done gave my whole heart away. I done loved and I took the blame. Call my mama, make sure she's okay. I've been looking back on them days. Back on them days. Back on them, back on them days. Back on them, back on them days. Back on them, back on them days. Back on them days.
Yeah, I love that song, bro.
I really do love that song.
That was a really good link that we did. That was early and shit too.
That's still probably one of my favorite songs that you guys did.
I know, me too. I love that song. Is undefeated.
That song makes me go to sleep. I enjoy it too much.
You literally say that about everything, though.
Because I listen to it so much, and then it's
I can
comforting.
play
'cause it's
anything
nice.
right
I do
now.
listen to that song a lot.
Music with a lot of bass.
Now that you
makes
said
me
it, I am
sleepy.
gonna play Suicide Complex for them.
Like
I'm with it.
I fell asleep at Slayer. Tool, Alice in Chains.
Yeah. I mean, I used to go to sleep in high school listening to Nirvana. So
Yeah.
if
Well-
you can listen to somebody like Kurt Cobain just screaming, and I'm talking like not like
Look,
popular.
I know most artists
Like,
are
it's
trying to
like-
get their music on Spotify
Farmer Francis
playlists.
will have her
But
Revenge
let
in Manhattan type shit. Like they're just the off the wall shit or
Yeah.
fucking Mexican seafood.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
they're darker shit. So I mean, I feel you.
All right, this one is Suicide Complex.
Hello, Jimmy.
Say
This
right.
is
Hello,
Theo
Jimmy.
Cowan. I know that everybody who
This
loves
one
you
goes back
feels
to-
your light, warming their hearts.
We wrote a lot of bangers when I was in Virginia.
Back to
'Cause I wrote Mosh Pit when I
time
was
of
in Virginia.
innocence. And, I
They
think
really
the
love
of
that one,
family
too.
and friends, is most important and will help us get through our darkest times. And for that, I am forever grateful to you. So, God bless, pal. And until we meet again.
Score say it's weed.
This is gonna be on the Dead Planets album. So keep looking for that.
Something about the way she said it, I'ma die soon. Love the way she think, I ain't even tryna lie to. Let me drown, baby, I ain't tryna spite you. Man, when I said I'm a shoulder you can cry to. If I die today, then I doubt that there's a funeral. But take your time and stay, cause either way it could be beautiful. No, she hate the way, feeling out of place. Still on to the face, and I can't die today. I'm praying all these perkies make these demons go away. Praying I can find the words to heal all of her pain. But it's hard for me to bless her when she's sleeping in the rain. Something about the way that she said I'ma die soon. Love the way she think, I ain't even tryna lie to. Let me drown, baby, I ain't tryna spite you. Maybe when I said I'm a shoulder you can cry to. If I die today, I hope y'all take the time to understand that I'm okay with this. Emotions that I'm feeling getting harder by the day and shit. I ain't wanna die, but I think that I'm okay with this. Trying to stay away, getting harder, I've been taking shit. So one more to the face, no she on my case. She said she's scared to love me, I've been way too far away. I've been getting faded on this shit, I fade away. This bitch just made a mess inside my head and then escaped. But I love you more than any of these songs could ever say. Something about the way that she said it, I'm gonna die soon. Love the way she think, I ain't even tryna lie to. Let me drown, baby, I ain't tryna spite you. Man, when I said I'm a shoulder you can cry to. Think that I'ma fucking die soon. We been on them right moves. Man, when I said I'm a shoulder you can cry to.
Shoulder you can cry to. Something about the way a nigga move, they got these bitches hurting. I don't mean to go through this anxiety, keep me from working. I've been stuck in my emotions, getting crossed and losing focus. I know I ain't shit, so when it's my time, they won't even know it. They don't give a fuck about you, they think your life's mediocre. I know I'm gonna die alone, it's not the life I would have chosen. I just played the cards that I was dealt and left without a token. Gambling with life will get your soul flushed like a game of poker. I know niggas who done folded over pussy, claiming pro but playing rookie, talking federal, they ain't book him, talking nice because I shook him. Man, it's something about the way that nigga look that make me wanna cook him. Something about the way I risk it all and I don't give a damn. I'm trying to be a better man, I don't know if I can again. And if I sought to lose myself, the odds be in an ambulance. Don't ask me why I did it, man, it's something about the way I am. Something about the way that she said that I'm gonna die soon. Love the way she think, I ain't even tryna lie to. Let me drown, baby, I ain't tryna spite you. I meant it when I said I'm a shoulder you can cry to. Thinking I'ma fucking die soon. We been on them right moves. Meant it when I said I'm a shoulder you can cry to.
cry soon.
Hey, Groovy Z in the building.
What's up, Zach?
Y'all ain't seen that Groovy Z episode? Go ahead and tune into that one.
Go ahead and tune in the Groovy Z episode. We were drunk, and that show was
Yeah.
lit.
Drunk one.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now?
That shit
Well, for-
is
Yeah, I
up
told you.
right now on Bunch of Bull on YouTube. So go check out their page
I
out.
watched
Show them
most
some love.
of that
You know what I'm saying?
one until I went to sleep.
I watched because I was the designated driver.
Yeah.
That's
Print that over in the corner and watch this.
Swear.
fair.
Before we get into our other topics, I want to talk about my upcoming release. Fruition EP is gonna be coming out on October 7th, my birthday, 24 this year. Gonna be here in a few weeks.
Baby Merc coming.
Baby
October
Merc
6th.
October 6th, by the way. Go if you missed it, go watch the Mulu episode, Dad Jokes. We announced that was I think the first time we announced you were having a kid was on the Dad Jokes episode. But
Particularly excited.
yeah, we are all particularly excited. We had the baby queue the other day celebrate his arrival, Jacob. But just back to Fruition is my collection of songs that I really put heart into and decided I didn't really I spit a lot of real life situations into those songs and showed people side of my life that I didn't really talk about before in my songs. So, and it's also more vibes than the jumpy party street songs that I make. It's more of all my emotions, feelings, and thoughts on the tracks. So that's why it's called Fruition, because I really feel like it's my coming together and what the side of people that people don't see of me that really make me me. So
Pain Melody is definitely still my favorite track on that.
consists of 6 songs: Undercover, GTA Rockstar, Heart Cry, Painkiller, Pain Melody, and Steal My Life. I performed Steal My Life at Made to Remember.
Yeah.
For the first time. Think for the upcoming show I have on the 7th in Greensburg, I'm gonna do a lot of the songs from the album because that's the album drop day.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
But
It's like exclusive listen kind of content.
yeah, just it's gonna be available on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, everything. Tidal, Deezer. But go ahead and check out Fruition by Zay
We
Rex
also
on
got
October 7th.
we also got the new merch.
And another thing,
Yeah.
yes, Merc.
Little
We
Merc
have new
merch.
Merc merch. Where's your keys at? Or yeah, here
I
we go.
bought this one.
You bought this one. New Planet Merc.
The Planet Merc
keychain.
merch.
The best
I'm gonna go ahead and up. Here, you want to hold this up for the camera?
I
For
also
us,
have the
please.
sticker on the back of my phone.
Yeah, I got
Which-
stickers.
I got the
I didn't-
t-shirts coming soon.
Planet Merc sticker on the
got
back
the
of my
keychains
phone as
for-
well. Ooh, damn.
We got the keychains for $10 at Bunch of Bull Studio and the stickers for $2 a piece.
Check it out, Planet Merc.
Yeah, come down. There's
And then
all
there's
kinds of merch.
I'm
two
kind of glad.
colors,
I'm
isn't there,
very
Sean?
proud that you got your own merch now.
Yeah, I'm happy about it.
More merch coming,
colors,
and we have
right?
some Outcast merch on the way as well.
There's the
So-
red and then the silver.
Yeah, there's multiple colors for those keychains.
Really
too,
hope
so-
everybody can come down to Bunch of Bull, check out all the artist merch upstairs.
Yes, sir.
Mulu, Kenshi, Bunch of Bull, BAK. There's so much merch to go around.
DBS.
Trap, there's DBS, so much merch to go around, guys.
DJ,
Go
can I
come
have
down
that
and check it out.
keychain back, please?
Oh, yes,
I've
I'm
been
sorry.
actively playing with it this whole time.
I got you.
Thank you.
But into it, we're gonna get to talk about our favorite animated series.
While we do that,
Are you
we're gonna
go-
play Jenga.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
Oh, I'm significantly bad at Jenga.
My
but-
favorite animated series, if we're not talking about anime, is Adventure Time. Good old Adventure Time.
Which I've still not finished.
I mean, we can go into anime after this.
Yeah, we can go into anime after this.
Oh, I got a
Because
long
anime is
list of
anime is.
favorites.
I don't have a lot of anime history, but
Don't
I
make me
do.
choose
I can
favorites.
talk.
I I watched a little bit of Food Wars with Sean and Corinne, which we didn't finish, and then we watched a little bit of Seraph of the End.
That shit perverted.
Yeah, it was, which we didn't finish. I watched a little bit of Naruto, which I didn't finish.
I am almost finished with the original series. I'm about to move on to Shippuden. Ooh.
My absolute favorite animated series is Steven Universe, and I've watched it so many times, and I know all of the songs.
Oh, what about Adventure Time?
Yes,
See,
that's Corinne.
That's Corinne's.
More Adventure Time. I have watched literally everything. At least 10 times.
Like the
Deep.
story in that is so deep.
I
Yeah,
know.
it
Kids
is.
think that it's just like this kid show. It's like
That shit was like, holy fuck.
No,
Marceline has my whole soul.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But no, okay. So when they lived in Virginia, we started watching it together, and we made it to season 6, and I haven't watched it since they left.
I started rewatching it with you because I had already watched
Yeah.
it through myself
Appreciate you, my
at
guy.
least like 7 times, and now I've
Was
watched
it?
it
I missed
myself
it.
at least like 10
To
times.
fade back into them off. That camera work, yeah, the camera works crazy. Appreciate it. My favorite animated series is probably still and it's been for a very long time. I've rewatched it a million times, and it's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That show's
Yeah.
pretty. It's
Also a
phenomenal.
great
Yeah.
show.
It's
We
something.
stayed with them a couple summers ago, and we literally just binge watched
Corinne's
Avatar.
constant
Like-
position was just like over the one. Like
It's one of these
it's
shows
just
that's
watching
very it's very controversial in the anime community because technically it is anime, but the anime community disowns it and it's bad.
The style of animation. that
Zuko's
people-
character redemption arc, phenomenal.
Zuko had the best character development in that show.
Agreed.
What?
Pokemon.
Yes,
Yes.
Pokemon definitely gets that treatment.
I've never actually
I've
seen
seen
all of that.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
But
seen every
still,
episode of
the one that
Pokemon.
blows my mind the most, Boondocks.
The Boondocks. Yes,
Yeah,
people
I
don't
agree.
understand
I
the
agree.
Boondocks is an anime.
Damn.
Yeah.
People be sleeping on that shit.
I have loved. I've watched every episode of the
First
Boondocks.
anime I ever watched was Soul Eater.
Mine was Dragon Ball Z Kai. Like every morning as a kid.
I have autographs from almost every voice actor.
No,
there
actually,
is
it
of
was
Soul
Naruto
Eater.
Shippuden because I used to watch it at night, like
mine
when I
was
went to bed.
Pokemon.
But I didn't watch Naruto, so that's why I'm watching Naruto now. I'm rewatching Shippuden now that I have more time to, like at home, focusing on like the main things, cutting out all the bullshit. I have
like
more time to
Steven
myself.
Universe because the episodes are 11 minutes
No,
long, and it's
like a
perfect for
spaceship
my little squirrel brain.
operation. I know way off topic. No, we were
God damn
gonna.
it.
We are having. We were talking. We should talk about anomalies and conspiracy theories in the next
Yeah.
episode. We were been talking about We're talking about having a conspiracy theory episode. I want
Yeah.
to.
I definitely got to do another. Yeah.
I want to do the not the Rothschild theory, a conspiracy theory that they own the half the world and have the most richest. They're like the richest family in the world, but they like have ties to 9/11 and Donald Trump and a lot of the illegal activity in the United States as far as like, and then overseas too, like, and it starts a lot of the causes of the wars are behind just buying land and stuff, and it's really the Rothschilds that are pushing these government politicians to buy those lands in order, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they it was around 2001 they bought 4 countries, major national banks. They own major national banks in over 200 countries basically is why, and like, and the United States is one of them too. But that's why the Rothschild, they feel like Rothschilds are behind a lot of world events because of a lot of like purchases and control overseas. But it's a topic we have to get into. There's a whole video. Now that I realize we
we'll
can put
definitely
videos
What about
up,
this
I want to
game of
watch
Jenga
them.
though?
Let's get into this game
Who's
of
going
Jenga.
first?
Y'all wanna?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Wait, Sean, your favorite series?
My favorite series is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
For real? Oh, that's actually I could actually get down with that.
100%.
110%.
My favorite episode was probably the fucking. I don't remember the titles to like damn near any of them. I just remember like all the episodes. So So like the one with the cat. Like he's in the fucking basement. He's just trying to kill the dog the entire time.
Oh, I know what you're
And like
talking about.
nobody
Okay.
else ever sees him until he like kidnaps them, like
So
kidnaps
Courage goes
Nero,
missing, yeah.
and like just fucking like cooking him or some shit in the basement. And it's like, holy fuck, that entire show was just so. It was like, I don't know, being a kid is the only shit that actually scared me, but like I don't like I've never really had dreams. So
I
like,
couldn't watch
I can't have
Courage at
nightmares.
night.
So what's the worst?
It
that
kept
can
me
happen?
up.
You know, like,
It's like engraved in my brain. I mean, I remember all the other ones too, a lot of them, but like there's one that just always is the dude that would just be standing out the field, return the slab.
yeah, no, that's a lot of people's. Yeah, that's
Courage the Cowardly
an
Dog
iconic show.
is like a fever dream for me.
It do feel like a fever dream though. Yeah.
I never really watched it because it scared me too much because I'm a weenie.
I think my favorite episode of Adventure Time was the episode, well, not episode, but set of episodes where it was Marceline losing her vampire powers and she had to go through and get them back, and they tell you a lot of her like backstory.
I took screenshots of what my specific favorite episodes were earlier.
I think my favorite episode of the Avatar: The Last Airbender is the episode where they're in, I think it's in the second it's a series of episodes with the eclipse happened and they were trying to invade the Fire Nation, and Aang like basically dies.
Yeah.
But he doesn't die.
Yeah.
But it was like the first time his avatar state was activated, and Azula tried to kill him in it. And that's when Zuko had his turn to find himself, and fucking ended up joining them in the third one.
Mm-hmm.
I think another one of my favorite episodes is when Toph finally found Zuko at the air temple, and that dude was trying to attack him. What Sparky Boom, man? That's what fucking Sokka called him. Yeah, but I don't even remember what the fuck his name. What they renamed him or something. It was like Demolition Man or some shit like that. But I think that's one of my favorite episodes too, because like that's when Zuko actually like joined them, and Katara hated him.
Yeah, I have the screenshot. It's episode 48 of season 1 of Steven Universe. It's called The Return. It's basically you get like a good introduction of homeworld gyms, and they're absolutely terrifying. That episode gives me goosebumps every time I watch it, and I've probably seen it like 5 or 6 times now. And then the next one is pretty good too, the 49, which is Jailbreak. But also, I personally don't think Steven Universe gets really good until like episode 12, which is Giant Woman, which is another one of my favorite episodes. I like Mr. Greg, which is episode 12 of season 1, it's episode season 2. I didn't even screenshot correctly.
You know, another one of my favorite shows. I'm watching it again because it's leaving Netflix on the 29th, but it's Gotham. And I feel like Gotham has represented the DC characters in a way that the movies couldn't.
I was gonna say better than any of the movies ever did.
Best Riddler representation for the Edward Nigma story turned from forensic scientist.
That entire
to
show
villain.
is just like real.
Fuck it, literally, it's
give
all their
everything
origin
a
stories.
very
The
realistic
Penguin,
spin.
his story, fucking amazing. Fish story is amazing.
Captain
Carmine
Man.
Falcone, amazing. Catwoman story,
Captain
amazing.
Man.
The fucking the progression of the characters represent the best representation of each of those characters. I don't think the movies could even the new Batman movie. I still feel like the Catwoman and the Batman, like the representation in Gotham is just so much better. Just for it's just like
We watched Gotham.
That's
when
why I'm
it
excited
first
for
came out, and then we kind of just stopped, and I don't really know why we stopped. It just the next thing I know, we weren't watching it anymore.
That's fair.
So who's playing here?
I think.
And they immediately lost.
Oh,
Who's going against Zay?
oh no.
I think
I'll go against Zay.
Okay.
What was I just talking about? Fucking.
Should you not put it in between you two? Because that's going to make for an unfair advantage later. Zay already lost.
I'm going to lose.
Zay, you wanted that wine so bad, and I feel like I haven't seen you drink it at all.
Oh no, this was up to here when I filled it up. So.
Likely story. agreed. Penguin is the best character in Gotham.
Penguin definitely. I feel like Riddler is. I like his progression better. It's just because like you got to see him as a good guy, a bad guy, and him literally battling with his. He definitely. It doesn't
You already
mention it,
know who my
but he
favorite
has split
character is, bro.
personality disorder. Like literally, it does not mention it at all, but you could tell. It's just like because at first he couldn't control it, and then like he accepted it, and then like he could be either or, and then he just been one, the
Yeah.
evil one. You know what I'm saying? I love that representation of Riddler.
You have to know who
Because
my
I
favorite
always
guy was.
said too, especially from playing the Arkham games, if Riddler wanted to be a good guy, he could have, and he was. He just went bad. A lot of the Batman's rogues and his villains, literally, if like they used what they could do for good, literally they're
Some
smart.
of them just need like a break.
They're
They
all
just needed
doctors.
things-
They're all doctors. They're all fucking philosophers. They're all businessmen. Like all of Batman's
Harley
villains. I'm
Quinn
like,
has,
are you
like, a
seriously? You chose crime over
psychology
all of?
degree or something
Swear,
like
Harley
that.
Quinn is the doctor.
Yeah.
Has the good? Like that's what I'm saying. They all the Batman's villains all have Hugo Strange, rich doctor, fucking Ra's al Ghul, fucking rich, owns a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like all of his fucking enemies are fucking rich people. Tommy Elliott, Hush, same thing. The Elliots are one of the 5 richest families, along with the Waynes, in the Gotham and Dumas family. The Dumas is the ones who produce Azrael in the
So,
Gotham series.
I have a question for you guys. Is somebody gonna get something when they win?
I don't know.
Get
I feel
what?
like loser. No, here's the stipulation. I feel like loser has to share one of their embarrassing moments as a child.
Oh, I have
Is
lots
that fair?
Of those
That
for
sounds
Sean.
hilarious.
Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, fair. I was thinking that earlier, like loser stipulations. I was thinking winner stipulations, and I was like, nah, let's do loser stipulations.
That made my stomach.
I had
hurt.
so much confidence, though. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, it's not gonna fall.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna do 2 and 2. I mean, in theory, table's quite oblong.
Michaela could be my teammate against Corinne, and then you two could be teams.
That sounds cool with me.
Sure. Forensic, I like that.
Fuck. Come on, man.
Well,
Maybe I don't want to be on Zay's team.
they said, let me take it from the very bottom.
Swear. Have fun,
Also,
buddy.
Zay, you have a very bad disadvantage because I'm very bad at Jenga. Sucks to suck, I guess. I mean, he technically volunteered. He said she could be my partner. I didn't. I was just a bystander.
Oh, that's fair. That's a fair stipulation. I guess. Let's see.
You know, last week, I'm the one that
Let's go.
I'm the
gang.
one that commented that I don't think that I listen to 30 or more artists.
Yeah.
And
that,
then
that bothered me.
I'm so sorry. I have had the same CD in my car for over a year.
Your mom needs a keychain.
I need to keep. Okay.
He's got a family now.
I do have a family. There is an Outcast family discount.
Which I told him.
With the family discount. Damn.
Yeah, on the live even. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
$350. Give me $350 for it.
$350.
I mean, just $350.
It's your turn, buddy.
All right.
How? Oh my god. No way. There's no way.
It's just physics, bro.
I'm afraid if I breathe too hard, it's gonna ruin everything.
Me too. He's different. It's just physics,
Getting
bro.
risky.
I know.
Also, I play guitar, so like my hand coordination is lit. Like,
I'm an artist, but I can't draw a straight line
Let's go.
like, for the life of me. I feel like it's getting very lopsided.
it is.
Also, when does us being teams come into play? What are we doing here as teams?
I don't really know. It kind of just feels like they
I feel
were
like we should
gonna
just
play.
keep score. And
They
then
were gonna play,
Yeah.
and then we were gonna play.
best
and
2
then,
or 3.
Makes sense.
There's no way. What the fuck?
on camera and everything.
I don't have a lot of options.
No. Running out of options.
This doesn't seem good. I guess I'm not a very supportive teammate.
That
Zay.
bit is wobbly.
I'm like, this doesn't seem great.
That bitch is wobbly.
I was gonna say you still gotta survive putting it up there.
You don't go back.
Oh my goodness gracious, boy.
We're getting thin.
It's so lopsided.
Whoa. Move the pizza box.
It's gonna be loud
Oh my
when
God,
it falls.
that's
It really
I
is.
also got scared. Nobody sneeze.
That's what I'm worried about. I sneeze a lot.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it until
He
you said
said I
something.
sneeze.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I thought about it for everybody.
Oh my God.
Sure is wiggling a lot.
No,
There it goes.
I almost got that bitch. Let's. No,
That's a dub.
No.
That's a dub.
No.
You know, for a second, I didn't understand what you meant by dub. I was like, what?
That's an L. That was a good game.
That was a good game.
Good game. So that, I got a point, I guess. That's a
Corinne,
point.
are you ready to destroy me in Jenga?
For sure.
Sure. I'll just hand you 3.
Taco Bell's breakfast
I'll just hand
quesadilla
you
might
3
make
at a
you
time. You can go
reconsider
ahead.
this whole morning thing. With fluff.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah.
This looked like they would smell like a number 2 pencil.
I just want one of these goddamn podcasts to be monetized. Just fucking one of them. Just what one of them to be able to be monetized. So far, it's been none of them. We're saying too much, playing too much. No, I'm playing.
Practice baby safe vocabulary. Literally what you need to do.
That's not fun.
It's not possible for him.
So sorry.
Sometimes
I can
words,
do it. It's just not fun.
sometimes words just be coming out of my mouth before I even
that's what
realize
I'm
I'm saying them.
Sometimes I just be
I
saying
mean,
shit.
I cannot disagree.
I feel like the one of them definitely fell on the floor when it fell over.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to get demolished.
I hope Courtney and Moses.
How?
I did well on dice this morning.
You play dice too? We're gonna have to
Yeah,
play
the
dice.
power was
sometime.
out when we woke
Playing
up.
dice.
Oh yeah, we played dice before, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, we gotta play dice on the
Yeah.
podcast.
We woke up and there
I
was
would
no
play
power.
dice.
Yeah,
we played
Bro, I got
dice.
hella board games. Hella board games.
board games and I don't always vibe.
Niggas don't shoot dice no more. That shit upsets me.
I know that's just
No, dice is one of my favorite games, and I'm usually
not gonna
really
lie.
bad at it.
If you go to
This
New York,
morning-
remember in New York, bro? There was niggas everywhere shooting dice, bro. They still do that shit up there. Like you go to a certain corner, they're up there shooting dice, bro.
She was
Placing
hitting,
their
like-
5s and 10s on the ground.
She was hitting like
Crazy.
2,500 points plus on a roll. Like
I
she
sent
just
my dad a picture,
rolling and some
and
every
he told
fucking
me
time.
that I was doing. He said that's a really good roll, is what he said. I was like, thanks, Dad.
This was pretty good.
I did it, Corinne. I successfully didn't knock it over. I've moved one.
So while we're playing this,
That one doesn't want to move.
favorite video games?
I have like 3 or 4 favorite video games. I like Skyrim. I like Don't Starve. I like Resident Evil, and I like Fortnite.
I like Kingdom 2 Crowns. It's one of my favorite games. I like Stardew Valley. I played The Sims 4. I've sunk so much money into that. I bought the game for full price for $70 when I was in like middle school. I saved for like weeks.
Right. I think my favorite video game, probably has to be Halo, just because I've played it more than any video game ever. It's not even that I haven't even played it in the last year, probably, but like I've just still to this day played it way more than any other game ever.
I liked when you played UFC because I liked watching you play.
Yeah, true.
I really like watching
beat
people play
motherfuckers.
video games. I don't really like to play video games, but like I enjoy watching people play them. Like I need to know someone who has a PlayStation so I can watch them play Stray. Because I really, really want to watch
that
somebody.
game was on Steam too.
Maybe, but I don't.
Yeah,
don't
I really
play
like
it.
Steam games too.
Yeah,
I have the VR and like the gaming PC and shit. So like I be playing PC games a lot. A lot of those games are obviously better than console games. Like it's kind of a known fact in the gaming community that most PC games are
I
better.
think as far as like current games, my favorite game, still something I could replay a million times, is Batman Arkham City. That Arkham City was so good. I liked it better than Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
It was.
I think if I'm playing a series of games, I think it's Resident Evil because I can play the fuck out of it. Like I can play the whole 1 through 9 right now. Like let's go, give me it.
I think of all time though, one of my favorite video games I've ever played.
Because I was like, if I.
It's a tie between two of them. I used to play this game on my PS2. It was called Sonic Heroes. It was so fucking good. One of my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog games ever. Like you got the there were different teams you could use for different missions, and all of them had different powers.
I played a lot of
all the
Sonic Unleashed.
characters.
That game was butt.
I played
Sonic
on
Unleashed,
the Sega Genesis.
I remember.
I played like the whole game, but it was butt. It was awful.
Sonic Heroes was on 64 GameCube too. And that takes me to the tie with the fucking other game with Sonic Heroes is Super Mario 64.
We've been playing
that
a lot of Mario
game
Party,
was
bro.
one of my
Yeah, we
favorite
did.
Mario games ever. One of my favorite. It was just a 3D. I think in like the free roam of Mario that you could do. It was just amazing.
I like Mario games in general. I think
Yeah,
if
me
you
too.
had to pick a specific,
Because like
game
Super
type,
Mario
you
turned
can- you
into
can play
levels.
Mario
I
games
like
for
Mario
days.
Galaxy.
Like-
Paper Mario too.
It was just a free roam in Super Mario 64 in 3D. Like you could just like discover everything.
Yeah.
Like Mario games didn't always have that. It was just level to level
I
to
agree.
level story. You know what I'm saying? Mario Party was definitely the switch up that I loved though.
I don't know. When we lived in not Morgantown.
I
when
love
we
the
lived in
Mario
Virginia,
Party games.
We would play Mario Party. And just
We
get
still have
stoned
the
every
trophy.
night. Oh yeah, we had a trophy.
Yeah.
We'd play every night, and people.
At one point, nobody wanted to play with me because I
fuck-
won like 8
fuck
games in
you.
a row.
Yeah.
That was me. We did it on the
Wait,
DSs.
you know what
Me and
they
my
say?
siblings, we would join up on the
Fuck
party on the
Luigi always.
DSs.
Yeah.
Sit
Oh,
in each
yeah.
of our rooms.
Guess whose Griffin's character was?
Who?
Luigi. And it was fuck Luigi,
Fuck
always.
Luigi always.
No
It didn't
matter
who
what,
was
if
playing
Luigi
with
was
him.
there, fuck Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was never a who are we trying to have win? Who are we trying to like make lose? Luigi,
Luigi,
always.
yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. If somebody
Don't matter
plays
who's
with him,
playing.
you're done.
You know,
You've already
another one of
fucked
my
up at
favorite
character
games.
selection.
Now that I thought about it, was because I said animated show. They made a series of Avatar: The Last Airbender, a video game series.
Yeah.
And for each of the books, and it was the Earth book because that had the most playable characters at Sokka, Katara, Toph, and Zuko, and it was amazing. I think there was one more character you could play as. I forget.
I
who
never
it is.
played that. I knew it existed, but I never played it.
It was
when I was
oh
growing
my god,
up.
you could level up, get new moves
Bro,
and shit. It was so awesome. It
When
was
I was
like
growing up, like I didn't give a fuck about Avatar. I don't know why. I just didn't. Like,
I
it
loved
was
it.
just
I was obsessed with
wasn't
it.
interested in it.
That and
But,
Dragon
like,
Ball Z Kai.
I don't know. I got like my later.
They were always
teenage years,
back
and
to
then I had
back on
rewatch it.
Nicktoons.
It was like I seen all of them. Didn't want to see all of them, but I had seen all of them because it was like Nick, like Toon Nick or whatever it was.
Damn, their game's looking like ours.
Dead ass. Yeah, their bottom is like there.
Yeah.
That tower's ready.
I don't know which one to grab.
Yeah, it's going to get harder.
Shit is rough. Who's your teammate?
Mikhela.
Me,
Nice.
the one who's getting ready to.
Technically, you can't choose that one. Look at you. Amazing.
I can't.
No, you can choose that one.
Oh, I was like,
It has to be 3 down, right?
Yeah, 3.
I didn't actually know there were rules to Jenga.
Yeah,
I was just.
Yeah,
I think it just has to be 3.
That's
I
on
just
the
yeah,
third
because if
row.
you end up taking off the very top, it's cheating because there's nothing on top of it.
Oh yeah.
It's like me picking it up and putting it back down.
And you can't do like it has to be 3 down rule because you'll make
Get
it too
that
weak
middle
at the
one
top
right
and then
there
it won't go
on the
stack.
bottom. Or it's too late now. But
Said never mind now. Shit, man. Fuck.
What middle one on the bottom?
I think she's about to get it. Never mind.
Yeah, you hit those corners correct.
Those corners are dangerous. It's it's the 4th row. There's still 3 in the row.
Here.
Down, down, right there. There's one in the middle there. See?
Yeah, but it's not.
It's tight.
Yeah.
Don't do it then.
Yeah, that's why this row hasn't been messed with at all.
What about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 row on the right side? There's 2 of them. Or that one that you was just about to grab. That one's nice.
No,
That
might
one's
be tight.
nice.
Might be tight.
Is it tight? Oh no! It's gonna fall.
I literally, but
Inevitably,
I've
yeah.
already started touching this one.
Yeah, you gotta get that one. That one's.
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice. Not really.
Woo! Let's go.
Still gotta place it.
Shut up, Corinne. I'm doing my best.
That was nice.
Since I lost, one of the most embarrassing things that's happened to me at the shot was in 5th grade. I had this history teacher who was a dickhead and really had to use the bathroom. I don't know why they made us have bathroom passes. Like, if I gotta pee, I gotta fucking pee, nigga. Like, and he would not let me go to the bathroom. And then once bathroom pass finally came back, you have to sign out and shit on the sign out sheet. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like shaking and wobbling my legs. And then it just starts to come out. And I start pissing down the side of his filing cabinet. You just see the piss running down my pants. And on the side of his filing cabinet. Then you just see me start to cry. And I'm like, damn. Then you just see everybody sees what's going on. And then he starts to feel bad. And I could see it in his face. I was like, damn.
Most of my stories, whether or not they're happy or sad, usually end with me crying. I just be crying a lot.
There's no way.
If you're just tuning in, this is Pillow Talk. This is Zayrax. This is my wife Courtney, and this is my cousin Mikhela, and she's our guest this week. She's a college major in the arts.
I'm a college major.
And
I
we
major
just
in
talking about some
college.
shit today. And right now we're playing Jenga because this is our podcast, and fuck it, why not?
Bro, they're doing better than us.
No. Oh no.
I don't know. I think we did better than y'all. Courtney.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure they were
Courtney. That's what I'm
I
talking
spoke
about.
way too soon.
Courtney.
Sean, I'd sell you to Satan for one corn chip.
I bet you would. A lot of
Goddamn
people
Lola.
probably would.
Are we? That's me and Sean playing now.
I don't know. Does that mean I have to say something embarrassing about my childhood? My whole childhood's embarrassing.
It's up to you.
Nothing that you wouldn't
You
share.
and Corinne can make your own bets if you want.
Nothing
I mean,
that you wouldn't
honestly,
share.
but like I don't care. One time when I was 6, maybe not that one.
Yeah, if you don't want to share, don't share.
I'm just trying to think. I feel like I should relate it to something to do with Sean, but then I don't want to call Sean out.
That's fair. That's fair. I did win.
I feel like a lot of embarrassing things happened to me, but now I can't think of any of them because they're just a part of my life. It's just my life is embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay. I can relate to that.
Shows an emotion ever. Well, that was embarrassing. I'm just gonna
What
go
about
with
like Jimmy being at your birthday party? He was a fucking weirdo. Let me just say it.
Yeah.
Not shout out Jimmy. Fuck you, Jimmy. Hope
know,
you stub all your toes.
You know, he still messages me randomly
I'm sure he does.
about Squishmallows usually.
Yeah.
And I'll see the message and I'll just
She
ignore
said
it.
that was pretty tall though.
Yeah.
This shit was pretty tall though.
No, I'll see the message and I won't respond until like literally 12 hours after he sends it, and I'm just like,
fair.
yeah. It's like one word. He was like, they had Halloween Squishmallows at Walmart, and I was like, didn't say anything. He's like, and then I just like Like, hours later, yeah, they're pretty popular, something like that. Like it was just like a generic ass response. Because like,
Deserved.
why is he messaging?
Or not deserved. He deserved less. But
See, homie was weird. I don't necessarily. It is what it is. It was a part of my life that happened.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite pictures on Instagram are still up, but I wish they weren't because why did we hang out with him on Christmas Eve is my question.
good. That's a good question, actually.
Why did
forgot.
he go to Olive Garden wearing a Pikachu Christmas hat? He looked like,
Because he wanted me to beat the fuck out of him.
yeah,
I just didn't.
yeah.
My phone just died.
Sounds
Damn,
like
that's tragic.
trauma.
Here we
Sounds
go.
like a
I gotta do
personal
it every
problem.
podcast.
Here we fucking go.
Goddamn. Damn.
Was this helpful?
I don't know yet.
Is it working? Is this the Krusty Krab?
I'll know if it works.
No, this is Patrick.
I mean, was it faster than picking them up individually?
So is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Wait, are me and Sean playing or are we done?
I mean, I still haven't thought of anything embarrassing to say. Like, I literally have just forgotten my whole childhood.
Felt that.
It's just like
That's called blocking
a
memories.
blank amount of time.
Those are trauma blocks.
But
I
not
feel you.
There's so many gaps and shit that I just can't fill in.
Yeah, my memory is like a sponge.
I like barely remember anything until I'm like 6 years old.
I don't remember being 6.
I remember being. No, I don't. I think I remember being 7 or 8.
I start
but not
remembering
6.
like things like more vividly at like 12.
I remember waking up and it was my
How far
birthday,
back
and then
can
the
you
next
remember?
memory I have is also me waking up and it's my birthday.
I do have a memory of being 6. It was my birthday because I
Second
woke
grade?
up with a crinked neck, and then I got ketchup on my dress, and I remember just being absolutely devastated at 6 years old.
I remember pieces before 2nd grade, but I don't remember. Like it's like
This is
2nd
about
grade
to
is
get
about the
dark.
time I start to remember too.
This is about to get dark, but I remember probably being like 2 or 3 and going to my grandma's to see my biological father, and then like waking up and him being in jail, like somebody going to bail him out. Like I remember that shit. Just because I was supposed to go there to see my dad, and it was like, "Where's my dad at?"
Oh,
Oh,
jail.
he's in jail. You gotta go bail him out tomorrow morning. He was like, "Oh." I just remember being so little that like I could roll off the bed, like and like my feet not touch. So I was like a drop. Like so I know I was tiny, like a tiny little human.
You know the
But yeah, that,
what kind of things were you doing it to?
that ass.
Delinquent started young.
You gotta make money. Whatever.
This
Um,
All about the bread.
I guess I'm gonna relate to. So one time when I guess I do have a memory from when I was 6. I was at my Aunt Bonnie and Uncle Davy's, and they had a pool one summer, and I swam for like hours, and then I was going to the bathroom, and I got to the bathroom. I was like 6, and then I just peed on the floor because I just couldn't hold my bladder anymore, and I sobbed for like uncontrollably sobbed. That was my embarrassing
Why
story.
are both of our embarrassing stories pissing on ourselves?
That was I chose that
Because
one.
those are the only embarrassing stories anyone's willing to share.
I mean, the other day I choked on some medicine and threw up immediately.
I remember one time when I was
It
on
was
a
late
lot of
to my
medicines,
date.
I tried to I hated taking them one at a time. It just felt like one time the first time I tried to take medicine like all at once, fucking threw up. Oh my god, it got
Every
because
day,
one of them got
I
stuck
gotta
and
take a
started
whole
to
handful of
dissolve.
vitamins all at once.
Same. Actually, I forgot to take my medicine this morning, but I have a whole handful. I usually take them all at once.
No, I just took some pain
I don't
medicine
got
for my
time to take
legs
them
because we
multiple
wanted to
times.
act like we were 17 again and play some fucking backyard football the other day.
Wait, am I?
Me and Zay fucking smashed together so hard, like so many times.
Bro, we
playing
at
football,
least
bro.
collided
We
3
just
times.
kept smashing each other.
And we were on the
played
same
outside.
fucking team. Like
I came outside and I
we were
was just
playing
like,
tap.
My brother
Why
just
did it
kept
say it's
airing
closed,
those bitches though.
I'm not gonna lie, our block
like
game
right
was
in
crazy,
between
though.
us. Just kept airing them between us, and we were going for it. Like
Our
we were
run
just
game was
hauling ass,
unstoppable.
like-
You and your brother,
Oh my
you and
God.
Logan were fucking.
My
pushing
12-year-old
that
brother ran the fuck out of two.
He got 2 run backs.
23-year-olds
he's
and my
mostly
dad.
made of legs.
Yeah, he
so like,
just dusted their asses, and I'm like,
wait, so does that mean
Come on.
I'm the youngest person in this room? Besides,
Yes.
technically, yeah.
Me and Zay are the same age,
Sean's 8
and our
months older than
birthdays
I
are
am.
in the same month.
Sean's
Libra gang.
Yeah.
Labor gang.
Sean's 8 months older
Jacob
than
will be
I
here
am.
soon.
Yeah.
His first letters, like his first utterance of words, is just gonna be the Libra gang,
Libra gang.
No,
and I'm gonna sacrifice. No.
I'm just gonna say, as a Libra, you have got a little motherfucker on your hands. I'm gonna tell you that.
I'm an Aquarius, so
I'm gonna beat his ass.
you know my mom and I are both Aquariuses. I was born 4 days after my mom's birthday.
That's my brother. My brother was born 5 days after my mom's birthday.
My birthday.
He was due on her birthday though.
My birthday's the 21st.
Of October.
Before I knew I was getting a C-section, I was so nervous that I was going to have Jake on my birthday because he was due the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
He's being born the 6th, but he was due on the 15th. My birthday is the 21st, so it was like if he decides to be late at all, my birthday it is for Sharon, I guess.
Joint parties aren't bad.
What?
I said joint parties aren't bad.
For some reason in my brain, I thought you said trap parties. and
That's
was
what
like,
I thought she
Yeah,
said
I
too. I was
Trap
like,
parties are
what
lit. I
do
had
you
some trap
know
parties.
about trap parties?
I mean,
I wouldn't
there's
want my son to have to share a birthday with me. I would want him to have his own birthday. I'm too extravagant on my birthdays.
the
I always
tent-
have like a costume party and stuff. He needs his own birthday.
This bitch gets her own carnivals.
Yeah,
it
I
was
do.
amazing.
What?
Your birthday last year was literally, I think, the perfect night that it could have ever
My
happened.
birthdays are always amazing. Don't
We
Don't
throw
worry
private
about it.
raves.
I don't
for-
really celebrate my birthday.
You are this year. You're having a whole show.
I mean, yeah, this year I kind of like forced myself to celebrate my birthday.
No, we turned our living room into a tent, like the whole month of February. It was
Yeah.
just a tent.
That was fun.
It was the tent times.
It was badass.
It was
Yeah.
literally the best. It was my
We put up
21st
a-
birthday. Sorry, you can finish.
Sorry, we put up a bunch of sheets and we strung a bunch of lights in the sheets, like
We had,
the,
like-
the color changing lights.
And like metal poles. Like we literally built a tent
We had a bar set up
because I
with a
turned
snack
21.
table.
And as you can imagine, you could just
Of
hot
course,
box
I
the
had
fuck
just
out of
found
that
out that I was
sitting there
pregnant, so
thinking,
I was the
like, damn,
bartender.
the hot
Close it up
box
and
gotta
Yeah.
be
Corinne was
crazy.
the bartender
Yeah.
because she had just found out she was pregnant. I was a little bit upset.
I found out I was
because-
pregnant that week because I took a test, making sure that I could drink on her birthday, and I in fact could not drink on her
I
birthday.
know, and I was a little bit
Imagine
sad.
that being, like,
Well, no, because like I was like, I want to get drunk with my bestest friend, and then Corinne was like, so decidedly,
well,
I can't. And
I
I was
actually
like,
told Mikhela that I was pregnant by showing up at her work and drawing with car markers all over her car.
yeah, I actually just
Yeah, that
wiped
was
the
fun.
rest of it off like before I left because there was I went through a car wash and it didn't come off, and I was like, I guess it's just staying. But then I cleaned my windows before I drove up here because I was like, maybe I should have clean windows for this 4-hour drive.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. I guess so.
I have to make that drive tomorrow and then go to school.
I'm sad I never got to tell Sean in a spectacular way. I was literally so excited. I walked in
I
the
was
bedroom and
asleep,
showed you
bro.
immediately.
I was asleep, and I
It was-
roll over out of bed and open my eyes, and she's sitting in the doorway like this, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I don't have contacts in or nothing. I can't see shit. I'm just like, "What are you holding?" Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes back
That's
to
how Sean
sleep.
woke up.
Time for bed. I'm gonna sleep for 6 more years now.
He's going to sleep and then he wakes up to process
When
it.
I wake up, I'm going to get milk.
Uh-huh.
I remember we were in your room.
Going to
and
get some
you were
smoke.
like- you were like, my 5-year plan, and I went, is to have a 4-year-old, and you were like, well, yes, but
He said, "I'm wake up. I'm going to get some milk." He's fucked up.
some milk and cigs. I'll be back in a little bit.
That was fun.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Pillow Talk today. We really appreciate it. And I want to thank our special guest, Mikhela, for teaching us a lot about art and what we didn't know and what you do and what you're learning.
Yeah.
And I do want to thank Quinine for being here.
Thank you,
under the
Courtney.
circumstances, especially.
I'm always here. You just don't see me.
Cornine has a big hand in Outcast. It is something that a lot of people don't really get to see or hear, but she does. She's at every show. She's everywhere. She's really Outcast too.
She's like Santa Claus. She sees you.
Nobody sees me, but I'm always there.
Swear, she
Dogs
might have been
that
at
you-
like the past like 3 episodes, and they didn't even know.
She's just
If I'm
sitting-
not there, I'm watching it live in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Mikhela's been like at every episode.
She
in the
definitely
comments
holds the record. I
actively.
don't think she's actually missed a single episode.
She's missing this episode because she's on it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, also fair. I think I might have it pulled up on my phone though.
I have it pulled up on my phone
I'm
actually.
happy now I can like put a face to the person that I'm always clicking on.
Yeah, as I'm mostly just like you guys be saying stuff that I think is funny, and then I just like quote it and comment it.
We are some
She
pretty
do be
funny
leaving
guys.
hella comments.
Yeah,
I do, but
she's-
that's
She be like,
I
quote,
would leave more comments if I could type faster. By the time I get it typed out, I'm like,
We're already
there's
on
no
a different
point now.
topic because we be jumping from top to top.
It's called.
Sometimes I won't put them on the screen because it's like I'd love to put everyone's comment, but if they move
Yeah,
past the
yeah,
topics,
there's-
they might not even know what you're talking
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get it. No, for sure. I just be talking a lot in general. Sometimes I think I just start talking and I never quite know what I'm gonna say, which is why occasionally I just stop because my brain will empty. Like I've started recently when that happens, I literally would just go, no thoughts, head empty.
No, I do that a lot too, especially when I've been talking to someone for a long period of time,
Mm-hmm.
and then like it seems like I'm still going, but then I just stop.
Just because I forgot what
And
I
they're
was
like,
saying.
"What?" And then like I'm still quiet. I'm still quiet.
Zay
I
does be
can't
doing
even say
that.
never mind. I can't even say never
He'll just be
mind.
talking, and then he'll just stop talking. You're like,
I have-
what? And he'll ignore you.
I have two modes:
It's like,
barely
what the
talking
fuck are you
and talking
saying,
too
bro?
much.
What's going on?
I don't remember, and I don't want to tell you I don't remember because I don't want to embarrass
Maybe
myself.
that's what I'm saying. My whole life is embarrassing.
Maybe it's just a Libra thing. You either talk a lot
Or not at
nonstop,
all.
or not at all.
It definitely is a Libra thing.
I used
Yeah.
to get in trouble in school all the time because I talked too much.
Me.
My teachers would
I
try
got
to
in trouble
move
'cause I
me.
drew too much.
Oh, I would get in trouble for drawing on myself because like I would zone out, and then the next thing you know, my whole arm is just covered in stars.
At some point,
Just
I
the
stopped-
same star
at
over
some
and
point,
over.
I
They had to
stopped getting
put me in
trouble.
different classes and make me do my work there because like I do my work so fast and then I just get up and bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I would like, what's this? What's
I
that? Just
spent-
curiosity type
I
shit.
spent an entire year of a school year in like middle school and in school suspension. Or no, it was elementary because where my elementary was in my middle school, they were connected before I moved here. And it was like I was in elementary school, but they had no in-school suspension. So they just sat you in another teacher's classroom in the middle school. So I knew all my middle school teachers before I even went there. It was like, what's up? Like the first day of fucking 7th grade, I'm like, what's up, Miss Flynn? Seen you a million times, even though I've never had your class.
They already
How are
knew
you?"
what it was when you got there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
No,
was
so
funny.
luckily because I moved to Virginia and I didn't like, I went to a different school than like my stepdad did, my dad did, and so I don't have like any family up there. I mean, grandma moved up there. Sean and I's grandma moved up there, which is cool. It's nice to have relations. That's why I really liked when Sean and Corinne lived with us because I'd always. This is a little embarrassing. I always wanted to go to school with you, like always had wanted to go to school with you, and I never got to. Well, because for one, you were a year ahead of me for a while. Rest in spaghetti,
We-
never forgetty.
We did both all go to UHS though, didn't we?
Nope.
Oh no, me.
I went to Woodburn
Yeah.
Elementary, and then I
That's
moved, and I went to UK Castle.
Our colors were the same. Though.
Yeah, well, our graduating classes had the same school colors, maroon. Because like Sean's little brother has like a football game, and I really wanted to go, and I was like gonna pull out my old school stuff. I was gonna paint spirit dots on my face.
Yeah, I gotta take him to practice.
I have to leave, I think, at like probably 10:30.
It's time I have to get up in the morning too. Got some shit to do.
Well, I need to get up before that's when I need to leave to drive home. So I have to go to class, which, like, it's cool. I don't actually have actual class tomorrow. My teacher's gonna be in North Carolina. I have to meet with my group, and it's a grade. Like, it's a marked thing. And literally for the last week, I'd been asking them, I was like, do we have to? Like, do we have to meet? And they were like, yes. And then literally before the podcast, she was like, is there any way that we could meet earlier tomorrow? No, sweetie, if you wanted to meet earlier tomorrow, you should have said something to me a week ago. I was like, I'm 4 hours away. And then the two people were like, well, I'm free after 10:45. I was like, well, I'm still going to be in Pennsylvania at 10:45. So have fun with that.
Great. All right. Well, you got anything else to add before we sign off here?
Not particularly. I almost have an associate's degree.
Don't forget about Fruition EP 10-7.
Yeah.
Merch.
I'm in a
Merch.
psychology class right now, and then I have a film appreciation class starting in October, which I didn't want to take, but I had to take because financial aid wouldn't cover anything else. Like, I literally applied for an early childhood development class, and financial aid wouldn't be covered. So then I was like, fine, I'll take an art appreciation class. Financial aid wouldn't cover it. So then I was like, what am I supposed to do? I need 4 credits. Just help me out.
Help me.
I literally have to take like at least 1 class next semester because I need 1 credit to get my associate's degree. And they tried to get me to take like French, and I was like, no. I was like, do you the amount of trauma French put me through in high school?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to learn another language for some credits.
No, literally, I took French in high school, and I needed a 67 on my final to be able to get a B in the class, and I got a 66. And I cried so much that my teacher had me write Merry Christmas in French on the board, and she gave me a point on my exam. I annoyed her enough that she gave me what I wanted.
Oh man, merch.
Don't forget, I dropped the first single on the Fruition EP live studio session video. It's up on my IG, TikTok, and YouTube page for Zay Rax. Undercover's out. It's a live studio video. Go check it out, man. But we want to thank you for tuning in to Pillow Talk today, everybody. We hope you have a great night and stay safe. We'll see you next week.
See you later.